morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music. Talk. Inspiration. In perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Great am I, God. You've been so good to me. Your love has never changed. You're faithful to the end. I don't deserve your love. You gave it anyway. Always by my side.
This is the
You
Citi
were
Breakfast
faithful
Show,
to
the
the
city's
end.
biggest conversation.
Great and mighty God, you've been so good to me. Your love has never changed. You are faithful to the end. I don't deserve your love, but you gave it anyway. Always by my side. You are faithful to the end. Lord, you are faithful, faithful to your word, faithful to your promise. I trust in you alone. Lord, you are faithful, faithful to your word. You are faithful to your promise. Trust in you alone.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
You were faithful to every promise you made to me. How many together sing it? Great and mighty, say, great and mighty God. You've been so good to me.
You've been so good to me.
Your love has never changed.
Your love has never changed.
You were faithful
You
to
were
me.
faithful to the end.
Don't deserve your
Don't
love.
deserve your
Where would I
love,
be without you?
but you gave it anyway.
You're always by my side.
Always by your
You are
side.
faithful to the end. Can we sing again? Say, great and mighty God.
Great and mighty
You've
God.
been so
This
good
is
to
the
me.
Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest
Love has
conversation.
never changed. You are faithful to the end.
Faithful to the end.
Don't deserve your love, but you gave it anyway. Always by my side.
Always by my
Yeah, you are faithful.
faithful to
Somebody lift the voice. Lord, you are faithful. Lord, you are faithful. Faithful to your word. Faithful to your promise. I trust in you alone. Say it again, Lord, you are faithful, say. Faithful to your word. Faithful to your promise. I trust in you alone. Sing it one more time. Lord, you are faithful, say. You never lie. You never fail. Trust in you alone. One more time, Lord, you are faithful, say, Lord. Faithful to your word. I trust in you alone. spoken to you, it shall come to pass. Lord, you are
This is the
faithful.
Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
You are faithful to your promise. Never give up on him. Trust in him alone. Oh,
Unleashing the power of
Lord,
relevant
you are
breakfast.
faithful.
This is Citi 97.3.
Faithful to your word and say,
And because he is consistent in word and deed, we call him faithful and we can trust in him. There's a brand new one from Joseph Metal. We're soaking it in this morning, reflecting on his faithfulness all through the years.
faithful to your promise.
And while we count on his faithfulness, we look to demonstrate similar traits in our dealings with men and women. Good morning to you. Welcome to a brand new day. 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. And that inspiration you get from this song is brought to you by ABSA. ABSA says going green is not just about saving the planet. It can save you real money. Install solar panels and cut down your costs. Get an electric vehicle and reduce what you spend getting around. Switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or business. ABSA makes that possible. Walk into any of our branches, ask about green finance loan today and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Your story matters, ABSA. We're jumping into the news review in a bit. That's brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Of course, your salary deserves better. So switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider. At Fidelity Bank, 0800 003355. FidelityBank.com.gh is where to visit online. Our socials, Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank will leave with us. It's time for the news review, and Francisca Kakra Forson is here with Samuel Attah-Mensah. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, birthday boy. You're still in the mood, right?
Birthday man.
Yeah, birthday man.
Yeah,
That's a birthday man.
birthday man.
Birthday crashing. Hope you slept well. And,
As you grow, sleep is one of the things you keep negotiating for. So yeah, grateful ever grateful for the prayers, the well wishes, and all the love shared with us and for us and to us. Richard Alaska joins us as well. So today I will be here and
observing.
Then yes, so that you all will do the news review together. But Sky, how are you doing today?
I'm not good.
What's the trouble?
I'm not good because
Okay, John.
a colleague of ours, my brother,
Yeah,
has
Larry.
been incarcerated over a matter I thought should not require that level of judicial exaction of penal punishment. And I find the decision, while respectful to the court, particularly difficult to accept,
Right.
to the extent that it has the potential to have a chilling effect on how journalists in this country report the news, however difficult it may appear to the powerful. And so I have serious objections, while being respectful to the court, to the decision as made. Not because I do not believe that the courts do not have the power to commit for contempt. That is expressly provided for in our constitution, especially the courts of record or the superior courts that we know them. But to the extent that a journalist will be convicted and put behind bars for publication made, that, in my respectful view, is completely objectionable. And I respectfully submit that something has got to be done to vacate that decision effective immediately, because it embarrasses this country, it embarrasses the administration of this country, it undermines constitutional provisions safeguarding what journalists do in this country. And if there are problems with a publication, the courts have platforms appropriately named to deal with these matters. It is for this reason that this country repealed the criminal libel law in 2001 under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's reign as Attorney General of the Republic. if my memory serves me correctly. John Kufuor was the president of the Republic. They committed to ensure that journalists are able to vindicate their rights as provided for under our Constitution, while respecting other lawful provisions of the Constitution and other laws of the Republic. So, while a judge is entitled to take serious judicial view of a conduct that he believes is in flagrant violation of the authority of the courts, there are less punitive options available to address those matters. In my respectful view, the judge was in excess of what would have been judicially required to deal with this particular
We've seen the GJA express its solidarity with the journalists, and other lawyers have also joined the conversation. There's a push for a second look at that decision, so we will look into that. But what other stories do we have?
Okay, so I'll take off with the Daily Graphic front page stories. Government mines seal historic gold pact. 30% large-scale production goes to Gold Board. Also, first national disaster risk strategy underway, and bill to end witchcraft accusations under consideration. That's according to the local government minister.
Right.
And I think that's about it. On the back page of the Daily Graphic, which is Graphic Sport, we are beating Croatia for top spot, Sibo assures. And I believe that's South Africa.
Okay, let me take you
that's
to...
us, actually. If it's Sibo, that's one of our
That's
players.
Black Stars.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Black Stars.
Yeah.
Sibo is
Okay, let me take you to the Ghanaian Times newspaper front page this morning. And boosting national reserves, government secures 30% gold offtake deal with mining firms. Story we found on page 12. And then Bank of Ghana tightens sanctions on DUD check offenders. And the Telecel Coast program nurtures next generation of digital innovators. And Ghana needs preventive disaster strategy. That is coming in from NADMO. And on the back page, Black Stars set for Croatia test tomorrow.
Okay, to the Daily Guide newspaper. Also, Gold Board Mines Chamber signed 30% large-scale gold purchase deal. Other stories, Herald editor jailed for contempt of court. As Sky talked about, no change in Apostle Kwejo Safo's funeral date. That's according to the family. And Wuntumi's lawyer urges court to defer judgment. Also, Sedina was not in prison for 15 years. That's according to the NPP.
The Chronicle newspaper, Safo family's plea, charge Safo Akofuna with attempted murder. The minority calls out government over hike in utility tariffs. And they also capture the Gold Board story, Gold Board to purchase 30% of gold produced by large-scale miners.
Okay, let me take you to the Informer newspaper. Flooding crisis, tighten sanitation laws, GPCC tells government. And it comes with a picture of Apostle Dr. Eric Nyamicha as well as Ahmed Ibrahim, the local government minister. NPP holds ministers' cojones in quote, as Sedina controversy deepens, because I'm not going to say that. Give NIMOS legal teeth to defeat Galamsey, minority pushes. Also, PWD's fund, thieves warned, and NACOC commemorates World Drug Day as they nab drug kingpin in 3 billion Ghana city meth bust. Sky,
okay.
Some of the headlines, you have to edit to be safe. Please carry on.
Okay, the Ghanaian publisher front page this morning, minority questions tariff hikes, and they also captured a Gold Board story, and family seeks Akofuna's rearrest in the Kantanka issue.
Right.
And the News Center has on its front page, Judge jails Larry Dogbe despite service notice dispute. Catherine Engman, the renowned boardroom builder, with a picture of her. Gold Board raises gold uptake to 30% from 20% agreement with large-scale miners. Other stories I'm reading here. Demolition victims seek Mahama's intervention, and Tema fishers blame low catch on climate change and illegal fishing.
Right.
The Ghanaian Point, Cabinet orders drafting of State Assets Protection Bill to safeguard national assets. That is from President Mahama. And then Master New Security Law, National Security Coordinator urges regional ministers. And the Presidential Probe Committee clears NLA KGL contract.
Okay, let's go online. There are a number of stories that are on our portal. So if you go to Channel 1 News Online, for example, AG opposes Wuntumi's bid to delay July 3 judgment. You find that story. Also, what I was talking about, the GJ is talking about the matter of the incarceration of the Herald editor. GJ seeks legal advice over Larry Dogbe's imprisonment. Also on the portal this morning, you find a story that says that Northeast region growing steadily. This is according to the minister.
Right.
And then another story that says MPP refers Kennedy Ejapong to disciplinary committee of the party. If you go to channel citynewsroom.com, you find again the story about Wontumi. AG opposes Wontumi's appeal to defer July 3 judgment. Is there on the big front page, if you like. Why editor of the Herald newspaper, Larry Dogwe, was jailed for contempt. You read the full details of the decision or a summary of the same. And then something here that says, which is a top trending story, Wasa Amenfi chief donates relief items to Summer Boy victims. You know, we are appealing for some support as a state for the people who have been impacted by that disaster. Now, the next portal I'm interested in is the High Street Journal. Transportation Minister fears limited competition, turning the two domestic airlines into a monopoly. So effectively, the two airlines that we have domestically will seem to have become a monopoly because of a number of issues. The minister is raising some issues about that. There are further stories that are there, but let me take you quickly to the myjoyonline.com. Again, you can also read the full judgment as delivered on myjoyonline.com. Some other stories here. Sedina Tamaklu was not in prison custody until June 24. This is according to the minority in reaction to what the minister claimed a day earlier. Also, utility companies should fix their losses, not pass to consumers. This is coming in from the AGI, some of the concerns that we have been raising. And then finally, another story here that says Gold Board secures landmark deal to purchase 30% of large-scale miners.
Kakra, I'll start with you, but just to throw in this one, a radio station was locked up in the central region yesterday.
Why?
And Daily just has the gist. It says Kaswa NDC sex scandal gets messy. Regional chairman locks up radio station. So details are on the Daily Gist, and Apostle Kujusafo's family pushes for attempted murder charges against Akofina. Kakra, where do you want to start?
Okay, so I'll start off with the Daily Graphic as well as, which paper is this? The Informer, because they've got two interesting stories. The first one is on first national disaster risk strategy, which we are told is underway. And we have the church talking about tightening of sanitation laws. So I'll just bring you brief excerpts from the story. And the first, which is written by Juliet Echasafo, this is from Daily Graphic, reads that the country has begun developing its first comprehensive national disaster risk reduction DRR strategy and action plan to serve as a national framework for coordinated disaster prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. The plan would strengthen institutional collaboration, promote risk-informed development planning, and establish a national technical working group on early warning and anticipatory action. A multi-stakeholder consultation meeting on the development of the DRR strategy and plan was held in Accra on June 25 to assess the country's achievements in disaster management, identify existing gaps and opportunities, and provide technical inputs for a strategy that would reduce disaster risk across sectors while protecting lives, livelihood, and economy. Okay, and then I'll hop over to the Informer newspaper. Where you have a news desk report where the chairman of the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, GPCC, Apostle Dr. Eric Nyamiche, and he's urging government to enforce stricter sanitation regulations and strengthen urban planning systems, warning that Ghana's recurring flooding disasters reflect persistent gaps in enforcement and public discipline. He was speaking on Wednesday, June 24, at the opening ceremony of the GPCC 2026 National Delegates Conference, which was held at the Oil Dome Royal House Chapel. Apostle Nyamiche expressed concern over the annual repetition of of flood-related devastation despite repeated state interventions and assurances.
Yeah, and there have been calls for agencies, regulatory agencies within the sanitation space to tighten the laws that we have. And
I'm particularly curious about this disaster reduction
That
risk
one, yeah.
strategy and plan,
Yeah.
because I thought that this will fall under the mandate of NADMO, and NADMO has existed for many
while,
years. So I expected that there would already be a plan which will be updated yearly.
Yeah.
So this sort of seems like we are
In fact,
starting from scratch.
there are this coordinated regulatory stuff like that. I know there is some early warning flood, something that has been set up in the past. So I think we need to coordinate all that and see how that goes.
Yeah, and the NADMO she mentioned, there's a story here, page 13, Ghanaian Times.
Yeah.
NADMO is saying Ghana needs preventive disaster strategy.
But we
yes.
just read it. Yeah.
So NADMO
Yeah.
is not aware that we are rolling out
It's the coordination you
DRR.
just talked about.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, so quick excerpt of that. He
Yeah.
says, according to him, Ghana could, that is the Director General of NADMO, Ghana could no longer rely solely on disaster response mechanisms in the face of increasing climate-related and human-induced disasters, stressing the need for a proactive and preventive approach to disaster management.
Right. You wanna...
Yes, I wanted us to do a compilation of stories about the editor of the Herald newspaper.
Okay.
I don't know if you have some angles from there. I'll
Yes.
start from page 3 of the Ghanaian Times by Malik Suleiman. And now the High Court has sentenced editor-in-chief of the Herald newspaper, Larry Alansdogbe, to 7 days imprisonment for contempt of court. The sentence was handed down on Thursday by Justice Isaac Addo after the court found Dogbe guilty of breaching an injunction that restrained him from publishing alleged defamatory stories about Mr. Kevin Ochri, founder and chief executive officer of Springfield Exploration and Production Limited.
Very well.
Okay, so a related story coming in from the GJA, you'll find on citynewsroom.com, story by Letitia Osei, says, Larry Dogbe's 7-day jail term unfortunate. The GJA is quoted here saying, now the Ghana Journalists Association has described as unfortunate the 7-day custodial sentence imposed on journalist and publisher of the Herald newspaper, Larry Alansdogbe, following a contempt court ruling. In a statement issued on Thursday, June 25, 2026, the association said it is closely monitoring developments in the case and has sought legal advice to guide its next course of action. Now, it goes on to tell you details of what's happened in court and related matters. But the point is that the GJA says it is not happy. The decision is unfortunate and that is reviewing legally what options are available to address their concerns.
Very well.
Yes, and that story is also captured in the Daily Guide newspaper as well as the Catalyst. But let's turn our attention now to the conversation about drugs. And NACOC commemorates...
Okay, before you go to
The drugs.
let me just bring a court-related matter. So AG is opposing Wuntumi's appeal to defer
Very well.
the judgment slated for July 3.
Yeah.
Again, that story is on citynewsroom.com. Quickly, paragraph 1 and 2 say that the Office of the Attorney General has announced that it would vigorously oppose an application seeking to defer judgment in the ongoing criminal case involving Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Avle, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, over alleged illegal mining activities in Samaraboy, which is currently underwater. Now, the application for the postponement of the judgment was filed by Samuel Attah-Mensah, who recently assumed legal representation for Chairman Wontumi, but we're told that the AG says it is opposing the same.
Okay, meanwhile, we are told by the NPP that Sedina was not in prison for 15 days. Story the Daily Guide, page 3 by NS Kofi Edu. The New Patriotic Party has alleged that former Chief Executive Officer of the Microfinance and Small Loan Center, Maslock, Sedina Tamakulu, was not placed in prison custody for 15 days after returning to Ghana, despite being subject to a custodial sentence. Now, addressing a press conference in Parliament yesterday, the Member of Parliament for Misha South and spokesperson for the MPP's Constitutional Legal Affairs Committee, Nana Eje Bafo, said the party had conducted independent checks into the whereabouts of Mrs. Tamakulu following her return to the country on June 9, 2024. Now, according to him, the party's findings showed that the former Maslock boss was not admitted into any prison facility until June 24, 2026.
Very well.
Okay, so I'll turn my attention to NACOC commemorating World Drug Day, which is today. In the meantime, they've nabbed drug kingpin in 3 billion Ghana City meth bust. And the news desk report reads that the Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, has scored a breakthrough in Ghana's fight against international drug trafficking with the arrest of the legal kingpin behind a massive shipment intercepted in Australia, valued approximately at 296 million US dollars. The breakthrough comes on the eve of the commemoration of World Drug Day, which falls today. The arrest, which is being described as one of the most significant anti-narcotics operations in recent years, follows weeks of investigations into an attempted drug export that has attracted international attention and renewed concerns about transnational criminal networks operating through West Africa.
Okay, I want us to go to a story that is connected to the New Patriotic Party, because yesterday there were a number of developments. So, for instance, if you go to My Joy Online, there's a story that says MPP refers petitions against Kennedy Japan to disciplinary committee. David Apinga writes that story and says the New Patriotic Party has referred former presidential aspirant and Asin Central stalwart Kennedy Ohene Ejapong to its National Disciplinary Committee following a series of petitions filed against him over recent public comments deemed detrimental to party unity and cohesion. Now, the decision was taken by the party's National Executive Committee, NEC, and National Council at a meeting held yesterday, Thursday, June 25, with the disciplinary body being given 2 weeks to investigate the petitions and submit its recommendations. And yesterday, apparently, there were some people who were completely objectionable. That's just irresponsible. However difficult you may find the comments is made, you don't show up at a party event and behave like that. People like that should be reined in. Otherwise, they become problems for our country. They should be dealt with properly.
Okay, let me take you to the minority in parliament, because they are calling out government over the hike in utility tariffs. Story page 2 of the Chronicle by Jennifer Ambole. The minority in parliament has challenged the Mahama administration over the latest increase in electricity tariffs, demanding a clear explanation for the continued rise in utility costs despite what government describes as significant improvements in the country's economic indicators. Now, at a press briefing in Parliament yesterday, the Deputy Ranking Member on Parliament's Energy Committee, Collins Adamaco-Mensah, argued that the latest tariff adjustment contradicts the government's repeated claims that the economy is on a path of recovery, citing the appreciation of the cedi, declining inflation and easing interest rates.
And I heard Guta earlier speak to us about their engagement with PRC either today or Monday to review that particular decision. So we'll be on standby to see the outcome of that particular meeting.
Okay, so just a bit of some clarity with the first national disaster risk strategy. So this is coming from the Greater Accra Regional Director of NADMO, Dennis Ajanonate, and the Director of Climate Change, Adaptation and Disaster Risk Reduction, NADMO, Charlotte Norman. They are calling for, so this, I suppose, came up with NADMO.
In tandem.
So there is that collaboration. So just to bring that.
Let me bring you this troubling story. It's been happening over the past few days, and I think you've enumerated your points on that several times. Undertaker defiles girl, 14, at Doma Akobo. Daily Guide, page 3, from Daniel Dayi. A 14-year-old junior high school graduate is under mental health supervision after being defiled by an undertaker, Ezekiel Tabiri, at Doma Akwemu in the Bono region. Suspected to be in his mid-30s, the undertaker, also known as One Day, allegedly lured the victim into his room under the guise of delivering a gift to her mother. Once inside, a lot happened. And so basically, he later warned the victim never to tell anyone else or she would die, and gave her 50 Ghana cedis. The mother of the victim narrated that since that incident on June 7, and the victim has remained mentally unstable.
And
now, yes, ASP Irene Danso, in charge of the Doma Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, confirmed the alleged case, explaining that the suspect has been in their custody but has since appeared before the Doma and in Kran Kwanta court, and has been granted bail to reappear at a later date in July.
Charlie, we have a crisis.
And I think
in our hands.
yesterday morning,
Yeah.
we saw on Channel 1 television the story of a pilot.
Yeah, jailed.
British
Yeah.
Airways,
it
British
was
what,
8 years, I saw.
Ghanaian of
pilot
of
jailed
British-
for defiling a 12-year-old.
8 good years.
Yeah, so the story, you find it on page 7 of the Daily Gist.
Good.
Ghanaian British Airways pilot jailed in the
Yeah.
UK for raping 12-year-old girl. The story says a British Airways pilot has been jailed for 8 years and 4 months by the Liverpool Crown Court for raping a 12-year-old girl he met on Instagram. Again,
Yeah.
the young girl was
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's some of the concerns that we're getting.
And he groomed her. If you read the
Yeah,
story,
the story continues to
Yeah.
say Kwame Yeboah, 30, first made contact with the child in late 2025. She initially told him
She was
she was 17
Yeah.
and he traveled from his home in Reading to meet the
But the
young-
girl had sent him pictures of her being in uniform.
So then
the
that-
judgment was that you couldn't have relied on her saying she was
Exactly.
17. You
And
should
that
have.
been on notice and all of
child.
that. But again, very, 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 the courts have taken very serious view of this matter and have dealt with it.
Yeah.
But what it also raises is kids on social media. The reason that I am particularly concerned and I'm insisting that our authorities, the Ministry of Responsible Communication, has got to do something about it.
Yeah.
Because once your kid is out there on social media underage, all manner of people are reaching out to them.
Yeah.
And those could include people who are unfortunately pedophiles and they may do damage that will not be repaired.
In wrapping up, tomorrow we are coming up against Russia. We know.
And Kwesi Sibo is declaring that Ghana will seize the moment and carry the momentum
Sharp.
from their heroic draw.
Yes.
heroic draw.
Aye, shit. You know what the game?
What's wrong with you?
Hey, England, what's wrong?
It wasn't better.
Ah, you're right. And everybody said as
Only
really do that.
Ghanaians will be happy about a
A
draw.
draw.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Aka, did you watch the game?
Even the priests themselves are happy. They are happy that they did not.
please
They did not concede to us.
Kwesi Sibo has declared that Ghana will seize the moment and carry the momentum from their heroic draw with
Is he
England
right?
into
Yes.
Fought for
Stoic.
everything to that
no.
goal.
Yes.
Stop being
We
impolite.
celebrate
Let me
it.
read the story. Well, that's the story.
Yes, that's the
We are
story.
Ghana needs at least a point.
Don't worry, we are happy. That was the news review.
Challenge these days, new level crown. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I day aside, fidelity.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nashika Caesar is here to serve you the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Shix, good morning.
Good morning, Caleb. How are
Charlie,
you doing?
I'm well. How are you two?
I'm all right.
Serve us business.
Right. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and GOIL PLC. GOIL, Good Energy. Coming up in the bulletin, stakeholders in automotive assembling industry call for strategic approach to curb importation of used vehicles. Also coming up, iron rod prices surge in June 2026. This is according to the latest Channel 1 market price barometer. I'm Nashika Caesar. Let's settle for the details of our stories. Government is being urged to adopt a more strategic approach to curb the importation of used vehicles into the country, as stakeholders say stronger local assembly policies are needed to shift consumer demand.
Speaking at the final roundtable discussion of the 2026 Citi Business Festival, the CEO of Volkswagen Ghana, Jeffrey Opon-Pepra, called for sustained policy support to strengthen local assembly and improve competitiveness in the sector.
Finance is an issue, but I think what government and then also the industry players we should do to create some enabling situation where the appetite of used cars will go down. Because this topic of inconformity used vehicles coming into the market, I'm saying our neighboring countries, even in Ivory Coast, you can't do that. In South Africa, completely banned. You can't bring a used car in. But there are some certain mechanisms like maybe affordable financing.
For his part, the CEO of Japan Motors, Salem Kamoni, rejected claims that local assemblers are undercutting the market and instead renewed calls for VAT exemptions for assemblers to boost production and investment.
Had we, let's say, taken on the VAT and increased our profit, we will not have heard them. Things will be normal. I mean, the prices will be equivalent. But we have actually, our prices did drop, okay, significantly. And it has been passed on to the consumer. This is why they're not happy, especially the parallel importers, new cars. We're not so much worried about the used cars, by the way, and the older used cars. It's almost a different segment. It's the price is too significantly lower than our price.
Meanwhile, the head of strategic manufacturing policy at the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Kwesi Fori Enchi, hinted at plans to establish an advanced automotive laboratory at Swami Mazin to support skills development and industry growth.
For Swami Magazine, we're looking at establishing kind of an advanced laboratory and a foundry for Swami Magazine so they can help them with the alloying of their metals, the metal analysis, and also post-component manufacturing. Because if you want to bring Swami Magazine on board, that is where you realize that the automotive industry permeates into other sectors of the economy that you wouldn't understand. But if you are able to support them with this, then the other food processing sectors that we are looking at will be beneficiary to whatever.
The roundtable discussion on the theme, the state of the automotive assembly industry and its contributions to the economy, also featured insight from economist Professor Ebo Texan and the Ghana Jet team lead, Eugene Sangmorte, who highlighted the sector's potential to drive industrial transformation and economic growth.
The 2026 Citi Business Festival is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television in partnership with Absa Bank and sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited and Petra Trust. Moving on to some other stories now, price of iron rods recorded a sharp increase in June 2026, even as most construction and small business inputs remained largely stable, according to the latest Channel 1 market price barometer. The latest data suggests that while broad construction cost pressures remain relatively contained, increases in key structural materials could influence building costs and project decisions. Here's more.
According to the Construction and Small Business Input Basket, iron rods recorded the strongest movement during the period. Average prices increased from 7,133 Ghana cedis per ton in May to 7,700 Ghana cedis in June, representing a 7.95% month-on-month increase. As one of the most important inputs in construction, sustained increases in iron rods could feed into higher building costs for developers, contractors, and small businesses. Cement prices recorded mixed performance, as prices for 32.5-hour cement remained unchanged at 105 Ghana cedis per bag in June. However, the 42.5-hour cement category posted a marginal decline, easing from 117 Ghana cedis in May to 115 Ghana cedis in June, representing a 1.71% decrease. Paint prices also moved upward during the period. The average price of a 4.5-litre bucket increased from 75 Ghana cedis to 77 Ghana cedis, translating into a 2.67% increase. Meanwhile, several key construction inputs remained stable during the month. Rough sand held steady at 2,000 3,700 Ghana cedis per double axle truck, while smooth sand remained unchanged at 3,500 Ghana cedis. Plywood prices also remained flat at 104 Ghana cedis per standard sheet, with nails holding at 30 Ghana cedis per kilogram. Overall, the June 2026 data suggests that while broad construction cost inflation remains subdued, rising prices for critical structural inputs such as iron rods could continue to shape project costs and small business operations in the months ahead.
That data was compiled by the Channel One Research Desk and the Channel One Market Price Barometer, tracking price movements across Accra. Now, on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 22 pesos, while the British pound is going for 14 cedis 84 pesos, and the euro is going for 12 cedis 86 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Goil PLC. Goil, good energy. I'm Nashika Caesar, grateful for your company. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello?
Charlie, I'm at the library. Why do you keep calling me?
Wait, question. What's the capital of Burkina Faso?
Ouagadougou. Bye.
Wait. Which planet is the hottest in the solar system?
Venus. Actually, why all these questions?
See, I'm playing the MTN Swipe and Win promo. I might cash out some cool 1,000 Ghana cedis today. Oh.
Hey, 1,000 cedis. Shh. Charlie, what's the next question?
Join the MTN Swipe and Win promo today. Answer trivia, earn points, and stand a chance to win 1,000 Ghana cedis every day. Weekly cash of 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 Ghana cedis. A brand new Hyundai Texan in the first 3 months, and the ultimate grand prize of 500,000 Ghana cedis. Recharge your account to qualify for the daily draws. To join, visit swipeandwinpromo.mtn.com.gh. Download the My MTN app or dial *5030#. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. TNCs apply.
MTN.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
We're reaching all the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goil, good energy.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. We want to accommodate. Come make I be your bike. Working from 9 to 5. You go like my hand design. I'm scanning the whole area. Just go down tonight.
It's 11 minutes past 7, and this week also on the business edition, we will bring you highlights of our conversations on the on-air series of the Citi Business Festival 2026. It's the final week. We're focused on technology, innovation, and the future of work, digital transformation for businesses, cashless economy, and content monetization, and everything in between. We'll be bringing you highlights of those conversations in a bit. If you're looking for quality fuel while you are on the road, you want fuel that will make your engine perform to the max, go for Girls Super XP. It's of premium quality. It gives you the correct choice when you buy regular fuel. It's fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes it perform to the max. So as you journey the road, look out for Girl stations and fuel up your vehicle with quality you can trust. Go Good Energy. Do you know how money really moves in Ghana? See, at EcoBank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every day. Connecting you to the people who matter most, EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. And our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So pay bills, transfer funds, and manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial *770#, use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Sometimes big moments begin with small things. A call to someone you love, a moment to help someone, a moment to help family, a bundle to grow your business. What if those little What if those little moves could lead to something much bigger? With MTN at 30 promo, every call, text, browse, Momo transaction, home fiber connection, and activity on the My MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards. Win one of 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados, share in over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes, or enjoy unforgettable experiences made just for you. Every move counts so just dial *530#. Open My MTN app and join the MTN at 30 promo now. MTN at 30, make every move count. In a world moving towards sustainability, SuperSem Cement is leading the way with LC3 technology and eco-friendly innovation, making us Ghana's best choice. So choose SuperSem Superfast 32.5-hour grade for plastering, mortar, screeding, and block laying. Use our heavy-duty SuperSem Superpower 42.5-hour grade for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural work. SuperSem Cement, it dries fast, it's waterproof, and it prevents moisture damage and powdery walls. Call 055-306-0517. We are available at all leading building material outlets across Ghana. Super Sam, build your dream. Let's get into business edition, shall we? We are talking technology, we are talking innovation, and the future of work. We are looking at digital transformation for businesses like yours, a cashless economy, and content monetization. Shall we get into it? Enjoy.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait until I get my new car. Please wait until I find my real size. I'm gonna get me some love so bad. My girl, sweet girl, my girl. I can see.
Welcome to the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM with me, Samuel Attah-Mensah. Today, we take a look back at our conversations from this week's Citi Business Festival on their series on how businesses can thrive in the digital economy. It has been another exciting week of learning as part of the 2026 Citi Business Festival. So, let's get started. We kicked off the week with the Chief Marketing and Operations Officer of Impuntu Technologies, Bernard Avle. She highlighted the importance of digital and financial literacy, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises. Her message was clear. Businesses that fail to embrace technology and improve their understanding of digital tools risk being left behind.
There is the reaching out to your customers or managing your customer engagement, because every business has a client one way or the other. Then you have your receiving your monies and keeping track of your monies, your expense and your inflows. Then you probably want to look at your managing your funds itself. So you have received it. How do you manage it? Where is it going to? Then you have most people having some level of inventory. It could be inventory that is very fluid and keeps going and coming out, or it could be very stable inventory. So if you ask me which one is the easiest, I'll look at these areas that people would usually do in whatever business there is. So your invoicing, your receipting, your collection of payments and expenses, your customer engagement, then you'll have your normal operations.
I see.
Everything else is your normal operations.
So first, how you reach your customers, that's customer engagement, and also receiving what comes in and then what goes out, more or less like cash flow. And then after you've done that, how do you even manage them? And then also inventory. But do these work for both formal and informal businesses?
I think so. Let's take an example of any informal business, probably the person in Makola or Kantamanto. They're doing all these. Some of these people might have people who come to them different times and different days coming to buy something, but they have their loyal customers that sometimes when they get stock, they inform them about. So they keep in touch with these customers. These customers send them requests of whether you have replenished your stock or not. These women have stock, and so that is their inventory. And they are expending money and they are receiving money. That is their cash flow, going out, going, and you have your expenses. And you have their normal operations. They go and buy things, they pack it somewhere, they have someone who helps them and all that. It would always be the same. It's just the uniqueness of it that would vary depending on the sector. If you go to a formal business, it's the same thing. They reach out to their clients. Their clients bring complaints. They have to resolve those complaints. They keep track of all these customer engagement. They send out receipts or invoice. They receive funds. They expend funds. They buy light, they pay for water bill. So all these expenses remain the same. Then you have your normal operations, what time people come in, what time they leave, who is running what, who is cleaning what. So I think the functions remain the same, whether it's formal or informal.
Interesting. So the technology you talk about runs through from production to consumption.
Well, I believe so.
So if I'm asking you to name the current digital tools that are available for small businesses, what would they be?
Let's start from the basic ones. Every business now, or I dare say 90% or 99% of businesses now on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a digital tool for customer communication and engagement, right? Most people now would wait for the customer to send them an engagement. They would then make themselves available to respond to those engagements. And it's usually around that places that you realize gaps exist. So if you have WhatsApp, which most businesses do now, what we tell our clients or people we engage with is that in these days where digital advancements have taken place, you can scale up on the WhatsApp. So everybody's talking about AI. I'm sure if I meet a 5-year-old right now, they would mention AI, whether they understand it or not. But what you can do with your basic WhatsApp business engagement is now have an AI agent. And please, it's not as complicated as it sounds. So if you take a business like Impuntu, what we'll do with our customers is that you have your business, you have repetitive feedback and customer engagement that you have stored on your WhatsApp, and you know what people usually come to ask you about. You would train your AI on these responses. And because you can stay awake throughout the night to come and respond to a customer like me, who, because I sleep at 1 a.m., I think everybody else needs to send you a question. Your AI agent becomes your replica, quote unquote, to respond to the common questions that people come to ask, and can even go and check your inventory to see if you have stock. That is, if you sell something, and respond to it. These are simple tools that are in your pocket. The only thing we have done is to put a leverage on top of it to make it more optimized for you. Then you have your accounting tools. There are basic accounting tools that is out there. You can just go to Play Store. Most people have their Play Store and smartphone, but they do a lot of social media engagement. go download an accounting tool. There are accounting tools like QuickBooks, Tally, there's Kedeba ERP that has a version for inventory and sales. You do that and you use that to generate invoices and, send out receipts. So you can just manage the money's coming in and the money's going out, So there are basic tools out there people can use.
I see. Sounds very complicated, but you say it isn't.
No,
I don't know what the business out there is also thinking about, but
it's not.
First, having your social media platform for engagement, you cited, WhatsApp. I don't know if it's the original WhatsApp or WhatsApp Business. It works for both, right?
It works for both.
Okay. And also you can get your AI assistant that's a replica, not necessarily replacing you.
Exactly.
As
supporting and making you more efficient.
I see. And then also your accounting tools where you can go on Play Store, the basic accounting, what is coming in, what is going out, the totals and what have you. Now, help us really identify the right technology for specific business needs. And I'm giving you 4 because in your remarks, you've actually laid out the foundation for all of these areas: operations, customer engagement, sales, and financial management. I want you to take us to the classroom, or if you like, the boardroom. A business has come to you for consultation, advice, and what have you. Let's take them one after the other. So how do we use digital technology or tools to improve operations? What's the blueprint?
Operations is a big thing. When you list the finance, customer experience, and all that, they still would feed back into operations. Right. So operations is really huge. But if I want to narrow it down, where I would go to is your ability to meet your set SLAs or service level agreements or your set plans. Let me put that for operations so we don't have to look at all the things.
Indeed.
So if you say, for example, in your business or in your engagement with your clients, anytime somebody sends me a request, I want to be able to respond within a certain time. That becomes an operational function within your business. And you have other angles. So you are not the one probably going to do the response, or you are going to be the one to do the response. If you are not, then you have to bring people along with you on that set function to be able to deliver that expectation. So how do you do that? You can't just say it and then walk away. If it's a big organization, they would have tools like a customer resource manager that they would use. So for example, if I'm speaking with a client, I would ask them if they have any tool that they are using to collect customer information so they can monitor or measure whether they are delivering per the set function. If they don't, then now we advise them on setting up a tool. And in this space, I'll give them a Kedeba CRM and teach them how to use it. Let them put their SLA, so the service level agreement. So if I want to respond to you in 5 minutes, I will put it in it. So if a customer sends a communication, I will check if we are responding in 5 minutes. If we are not, then we want to ask why and deal with it. But it can also become too manual if you want to take it and then go and do with that. So this way I'm going to mix the operations with customer engagement.
On Tuesday, our focus was on the future of digital payment and financial inclusion with the Chief Commercial and Operations Officer of Mobile Money Limited, Abdul Razak Isaka, who spoke about how fintech companies are driving Ghana's cash-light economy.
I think Ghana is actually doing quite well in our journey when it comes to progressing into the cash-light economy and cash-light ecosystem. We started this journey for us, it's 16 years now. But again, Ghana through the banks had started the journey quite a while back. But we've made a lot of progress, right? Especially when it comes to inclusion, where we actually, if you look at the numbers, almost 80% of the population currently have access to account to some form of transaction digitally, which is quite good. We've also done quite well in terms of digitalizing the ecosystem, not just us as a company, but with the likes of GIPS, with the likes of all the payment services, PSPs that we have in the economy. Right? The Bank of Ghana also steering with some regulations to guide the way we are moving. But yes, Ghana, I would say, is currently a hybrid economy. Where we have, very good portions of digital financial transactions, but we still have some ways to go, right? I think currently in Africa, we are ranked, IFC did some analysis where Ghana is actually ranked number 3 in the world when it comes to transactions as a ratio of GDP that are digital. China is number 1, Kenya is number 2.
Oh, we are number 3 in the world.
In the world.
I thought Africa. Wow.
Yes.
So
yes,
China
yes,
number 1, Kenya number 2.
Yes. And then Ghana number 3. Now that says quite a lot, but there is still a lot of work to be done, right? Again, because we are at about 82% of digital transactions as a ratio to our GDP. However, again, our GDP is not also a full metric to measure cash light and cashless, right? So for us, we do surveys to understand, especially within the payment ecosystem, what is the ratio of cash versus digital payments, right? And it's quite good, it's quite healthy, it's growing, but we would say we are about a 50-60% cashless economy versus cash, like if you look at digital payment versus cash. Yeah, so we are doing quite well. We are on the journey.
It seems to me our high ranking will be attributable more to the inclusion part, which is why you said GDP may not be the best.
Yes.
There may be other metrics to check.
Yes.
You know how when we're looking at debt in economics, we'll say debt to taxes, debt to GDP, debt to whatever. So if you use other metrics, then there's still some work to be done, correct?
No, there are. Look, so for us, we actually look at, the cash light economy from different aspects of the economy itself, right? You would look at payment as one part of the economy, but even under payment, you look at cross-border, where currently there's not a lot of, digital transactions, especially from the wallet side, from cross-border. You'd also look at lending, you would look at, B2B payments, you would look at even the SME, which is the foundation of the Ghanaian economy. And you would say, look, there are certain parts of the economy beyond just access that we are actually doing quite well. Right. Even if you look at the utility side, Ghana is doing quite well with the ECG and what Haptel is doing on that side. And then if you look at Ghana Water as well. So we are making inroads, apart from just access, into actually digitalizing parts of the economy. But there is still ways to go, especially when it comes to rural, especially when it comes to certain demographics in terms of acceptance and understanding of digital payments beyond just transfers, beyond just store value, but also acceptance.
Interesting. The theme for this week is innovation, technology, and the future of work. All right. And we talk about Ghana's digital transformation journey. First question within that area, how critical is digital financial systems to our digital transformation journey? So I want you to deal with the finance part of digital transformation, and I'll come to the Momo side of digital finance, if you understand where my mind is. So let's deal with So we talk about digital transformation of an economy. Is digital finance the most critical part of the digital transformation, or are there others?
I would say it's an integral part of it, right? It's there are various facets of digitalizing the economy, right? But it's finance by the nature of it, right? It's a big part of everything we do, right? The economy itself is based on the financial ecosystem that we have. It's hand in hand. But again, when we say finance, right, it's also the rails, right? It's a technology that you create to be able to enable that finance aspect of it. It's also the regulation, right? It's having the right regulation. It's having the mindset, the education, right? So for people to understand the various concepts that is coming through. So, it's all encompassing, right? You can have one part and not have the other, and you will not have, the cocktail that you need for everything to actually come into place.
But you essentially said mobile money has become the most important part of digital finance. That is without doubt, correct?
No, I would say we are one of it,
Okay.
right? I would say, yes, definitely a big part of it, but I would say we are one of it. I would say another big part of it would be gifts. Right. And the ability to make payment across different platforms, and what that has done to actually, facilitate the enabling of the ecosystem. Another big part of it is the payment service providers, right? All the PSPs, right? They do a good job in customizing for specific industries, right? Where sometimes we would be, looking at, more of the masses. They can look at niche environments and actually customize the needs and technology for those niche environments. So and you can also talk about the people doing the scoring and bringing digital lending into that space, right? So yes, we serve as a platform for everybody to enable everybody. But I would say, it's a whole ecosystem, and that ecosystem works together to actually drive the journey or the financial journey that we are on.
Wednesday discussion centered on digital transformation for businesses. The senior manager at MTN Business, Benedict Bento, encouraged SMEs to leverage digital solutions to build stronger online visibility. For him, technology is no longer a luxury, but a necessity for business survival.
So the first thing is that, like I said, the front door has changed. It used to be that the front door is a website or, some platform, a marketplace or something like that. Now the front door is even in someone's For You page or even in a comment section. Sometimes you post something and in your comment section, someone can put an advert there that you can buy a car from me. You understand?
You post your thing and somebody's advertising.
Exactly. So the dynamics are changing. Every space of real estate on social media, and when I say real estate, I mean just the space that you see there, is available for you to take advantage of. And we see that people are spending more time online. Ghana is a very young demographic. Our median age, I think, is 21 at the last check, about 21. So we are very young, and then there's high mobile penetration, and then there's also high consumption of video. So you look at Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, this is where the young people are spending most of their time. And based on these consumer trends, it is perfect for, taking advantage of social marketing.
So I've realized that a lot of people go online and then discover businesses they really want to do business with. But when it comes to the payment and the delivery of the items, they prefer to the physical way. I really don't understand this bit of consumer behavior.
Yes, that is purely a trust issue. And I think the last time I talked to Bernard, we talked about the trust ecosystem. And that's a problem that we are trying to solve because it's on both sides, both on the supply and the demand side. If you look at customers who say they'll pay cash on delivery and then the delivery gets there and they don't pay, or you look at suppliers who will advertise a laptop and then customer pays and then it gets there and it's a miniature laptop. So those kind of situations have kind of harmed the trust when it comes to social commerce or e-commerce. However, it is still a minor percentage of the volume of transactions.
Really?
And social commerce is still the way to go. If you have 100 transactions and one goes bad due to trust, I think we should try and fix the trust so that people lean more on the social commerce and e-commerce. It's the faster customer journey. It has records for, verifying something later in the future and all the benefits that go with it. It's a better way to go.
Payment before delivery or delivery after payment, which one is more ideal for Ghanaian businesses?
Okay. So payment before delivery, you have to establish your brand first. And once your brand is a trusted one, nobody will have an issue with payment before delivery. If Citi Business asks me to pay for something in advance, I'll trust Citi. You understand? Channel One, I would trust that brand. So the more established your brand is, over time, you can do payment before delivery. If you are starting business though, sometimes customers will not trust that you will deliver. And in that case, you have to do cash on delivery or payment after delivery. In that case, you have to build in certain, systems and checks that will ensure that if the customer defaults on the payment, you should be able to retrieve it. However, I recommend people should build some sort of insurance into their pricing so that when they do encounter these kind of losses, it doesn't affect their business.
This time around, I want us to look at red flags in online business operations, how both the business and the consumer can be protected. So if I'm a business and I'm dealing with anyone online, what should I be looking out for to know that, this person is genuine? Is this someone I can trust my product with? If I'm also a consumer, is the business someone I can also trust my money with? How do we strike the balance?
Okay, so on both sides, we have to try and protect both the business and the customer, but the customer is the priority. And in that case, it's the duty of the business to establish their credibility first. And I'll come to how you can check on a customer's credibility. But for a business, consistency is the first thing. If you show consistently that you are delivering on your promise, and if any chance you are able to successfully deliver on a promise, ask for a referral, where that customer provides a testimonial of how satisfied they were with your service. What you realize is that people look out for videos of someone confirming that they did a purchase with you and they were satisfied with it, and that builds your trust. Also look out for trying to get your ratings up and your, if you look at Google, for example, there are ways to get your ratings, your reviews and maybe the number of stars for your business, all those kind of things help with your credibility. The other thing is when it comes to support, that is something that is quite lacking in the informal sector. If you are the type of business who makes sure that if a customer has a problem with what was delivered to them, you solve that problem or you provide a refund, that also builds your credibility. So that's on the business side. On the customer side, it's almost impossible to verify if a customer will be valid or not. But you look out for, these kind of trends where they're on social media, people actually report when someone has frauded them. Look out for those kind of things. Look out for a hesitance when a customer is maybe not willing to provide certain information, or the location that is being delivered to is not, up to par. But in ultimately, like I said, there's a risk associated with it. But for a business, ideally, you would want to build some sort of insurance into your pricing so that when you do get these kind of fraudulent issues, you are covered. But it's also your duty to report it, so that as the telcos and the vendors who are in the market, we also blacklist these kind of people so that they can't defraud another person. Ultimately, a great solution would be if we had some sort of escrow where your money is put there until you are satisfied with the delivery, the money is not released to the vendor. And these are the kind of scenarios we need to build into our system.
Your last suggestion, is it something that is workable in Ghana?
It is very workable. Ghana has gone very far when it comes to these kind of solutions. And I think at the moment it's something that the fintechs can do. If they work with the regulators in the market, there can be a special solution where you opt for an escrow, where if you're buying a car, for example, the money goes to sit somewhere until the buyer is satisfied after inspecting. He doesn't release the money. And it's very established on e-commerce, but on social commerce, it's a little tricky to establish that kind of solution.
The picture really looks good, but it also appears that we have a lot of, incidents when it comes to fraud.
And to wrap up the week, we turned our attention to Ghana's fast-growing creative economy. We're joined by Maximus Ametogo, CEO of Pop Out, who shared tips on how content creators can move beyond passion and turn creativity into sustainable income, from content monetization and audience building to brand partnerships and digital platforms.
If I produce a movie, or I play games, or I develop games, or I can create a digital content or experience, I should be able to convert that into an economic value and make some money from it.
I see. So it's not just about having a passion for what you do, whether it's your creativity, your talent, or knowledge. It's something we can also say is a sustainable business form.
Exactly. So we have to convert that creativity or that knowledge base into economic value and make money off it, so that we'll move away from what I call the hobby lobby.
Lobby.
Yes.
Amazing.
You think your creativity is just a hobby. When people are monetizing it, you are excited about the passion and the adrenaline, but you are still broke. So you need to find a way of monetizing that, so you move away from that hobby lobby into a business district.
This monetization you talk about, I see two sides of the coin. So it can be you as the digital or creative entrepreneur, and also the whole country, the economy. So the creativity bit also pushes the economy forward.
Exactly.
But where would you say we currently find ourselves in as a country, and also as players in the tech space, regarding our creative economy? Are we at the beginning stages? Are we somewhere in the middle? Have we, done things that we can say we are really advanced?
So I think we are close to the middle, because we have a lot of people. We have the creativity already. We have artifacts of it. We have evidence of the creativity already there. We just need to find the marketplace for the creativity and give it some, economic, governance structure, and then we can monetize it and make it into an economic product that we can sell to the rest of the world.
I see.
Yeah.
You had earlier mentioned some of the, creativity areas that we have. You can talk about, the visual arts, the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Some even talk about the cultural tourism now, and a lot more.
So people want to experience our creativity in whichever form we express it, whether fashion, art, movies, storytelling, and whatever expressions that people value or find relevant. So we must be able to identify how we can express our creativity into a product that people want to buy or spend money on, right? So when we clearly define that, then we can put some pricing model or some business model to it and market it on the various platforms. Now we have all these social media platforms, online platforms, where you can reach the rest of the world instantly and scale to whichever market or people you want to reach out to. So we have that. We need to have that understanding, the business literacy. We need to have that as creative people so that we can create that value for ourselves.
Is there one sector you say we are there yet? And is there also a sector you say we are lagging behind? I really want to get a practical bit of it. So, well, I'm here. I'm a journalist. You are also in the tech space. I don't know what I can, create and then make money out of it. You are also doing some. Yeah. So maybe give us some ideas.
So for a journalist, teach me how to tell stories. Okay. How do you tell your stories? How do you create your content? How do you produce the content that we see on TV? Is knowledge you are transferring to your audience, and they would love to know that so that they can learn from it and also be like you or be able to use it, apply it in a different way. So typically a musician, you are streaming on maybe on a YouTube platform or a Spotify or an Apple Music, but that traffic can also translate into concerts that you are going to, invitations that you are going to get because of the popularity of your music. Then the next moment you are selling franchise with your name embossed on it or the caption of your album. And then the next moment, you're also licensing the music to brands who want to use it to sell their products. So you can do so many extensions from this one skill or culture, skill that you have and make money from it. So that's what I would say for the creative people. If you are into drama or comedy, one of the most highly consumed content on the internet is comedy. So people love comedy. So the skits and then the stand-up comedy, the jokes that people give is exciting because it triggers positive emotions in people. So if you're a comedian, put yourself in front of your camera and start, performing. You start getting the viewership and the audience and attention, and you start making money.
I see.
On it, if the platforms find your channel very monetizable.
You had mentioned that you create for viewers or audience. So let's talk about it now. How do you get the right audience? And what will you say are the digital tools needed in the current dispensation if you really want to make, a name for yourself in the creative economy?
So I've come to realize that if you want to monetize your content on platforms, you have to start from the money or the business angle than just the hobby angle. Right? So
which is why I said we've moved away from the hobby lobby.
Yes, exactly. So right come to the business district.
Business.
Yes.
Right from the beginning.
I'm coming to make fun or I'm coming to fool to make money. You start from there.
It's
then
not for fun making.
Exactly. So when your audience start growing and you start getting attention, then you realize you are getting closer to your goal of making money, and then your channel getting monetized.
So it's not as if you just create the content. When you realize that you are getting the audience, then you say, "Oh, let me make money out of them."
Yes, monetization doesn't come by chance.
I see. Exactly. Interesting. To the tools now.
Yeah. So you have your phone. Your phone is like a publishing house, your studio, right? The phone that you have, it converts video instantly. You can even post the video instantly. You don't need to go to an editing bench and all that. So if you have a joke that you want to tell, structure it on paper, right? I want to tell the jokes. So these are the hooks and these are the exciting areas. This is how I close my jokes. So, and this is the format I'm going to follow for all my jokes. So if I'm opening the video, either I'll start laughing for 2 minutes in a funny way that people will start getting into the mode before I start telling my jokes. And then how do I also initiate the joke? I can have an opener. The usual one, if it's once upon a time, they are going to tell us a story, or you start with some hook to get our attention first.
I see.
Then, of course, when you have that plan out, then you have your equipment. So the equipment is not like a production studio. Your phone with a camera and good lighting, you are fine. You just go and get some lighting, 100 cedis lighting or 150 cedis or whatever. You start like that. You don't need to have very high definition or resolution videos from the onset. start with your phone, and sometimes start as authentic as you can be. That's all you have. So start
fake it.
Yes, don't fake it. Right? So when you start with that one, you start producing your video, get your friends to watch it. If they like it, then you start posting. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to TikTok. Let me go to Facebook. Because the video, YouTube is meant for video content, and TikTok is the slice of the video, shorter versions of the video. So if you do a 5 minutes video, you want to cut a portion of it that can go on TikTok as a teaser, so that people can go and watch more on your YouTube channel, because that is your primary channel.
I see.
Then Facebook also becomes like a direction sign. So you're also directing people from Facebook to go and watch the full video. Then when you start growing the channel over time, you start getting subscribers. Of course, you are going to instruct them. Like, if you love my jokes, you want to watch more jokes, subscribe to my channel and share the content so your friends can also join. The more followers you have, the more jokes I'll bring to you, right? Then you start doing like that. You start growing the channel gradually. Then if you realize there are people already in your niche, comedy niche, who have already grown their market, bring them, feature them as collaborators on your channel, so that you can share some of your community also or audience with them, so they can also feature you and say, hey, today I'm going on this comedy channel, so let's meet there and have fun. Then you are also directing people and sharing traffic, and it will boost the growth of your channel quickly. And then you can start monetizing when you get a number of views on YouTube and the number of subscribers on YouTube. Then YouTube will monetize that channel. Then they start paying you for placing adverts within your videos, and also the number of views that you are getting.
And that brings us to the end of today's edition of the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. It is also the end of the 2026 Citi Business Festival on Air series. A big thank you to all our guests, partners, sponsors, and most importantly, you, our listeners, for joining us throughout this year's festival. I am Samuel Attah-Mensah. We look forward to bringing you even more impactful conversations in 2027. Stay tuned. The Citi Breakfast Show continues.
My girl. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We are young entrepreneurs. We're vibrant and we make the trends. When we run sales promos, it literally sells out because we know what's hot and what's not. So when it comes to business, let's show you how we clock it with Telecel Boss Plan.
Telecel Boss Plan is here for young entrepreneurs, CEOs, and bosses like you. Whether you're building your hustle or running the whole show, Telecel Boss Plan gives you everything you need to stay on top. Digital marketing tool for your SMS campaigns, data for days, and all the vibes to keep your business tight. Simply dial *5959# or *700# to choose your Telecel Boss Plan package and grow your business like a boss.
Telecel, connecting energies.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we take your side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Remember shit that your mama made for home church, all of and watch it. Back to school with Kenke. It's here, come chop today. Did this shit go home and taste? 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 ginger garlic blend. Flavor yeah there. Pepper, shrimp, and fish inside. If you're DNA, no preservative, just herbs and spice. Natural we taste, spicy we eat. The dish it home taste, corner chewy taste. Matter your choice to make. Spicy taste like mama made. The dish it home taste, the dish it home taste, the dish it home taste, the dish it home taste.
It's Betway's 10-year birthday celebration, and in this epic month of football, it's your 10. Remember backing Black Stars to beat Niger to make it to Qatar and winning? It's your 10. Bet on every exciting moment of the action in the world's biggest football tournament with us and get behind the best of our continent. Here's to the next decade. It's your 10, only at Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Oh, malaria too. Oh, popo. What mean the day? I want the no not. A dabako. No not. A damien no. No not. A damien sa. No not. No not. Scatter malaria. Lonat, it is scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa umojam ansana wanum lona. Na nam search na malaria no daso wa ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Keep out of reach of children and report all side effects of this medicine to your healthcare provider or to the FDA using the Med Safety app.
Hey, my screen. Charlie. I just bought this thing. Relax. We get Samsung Care Plus. Or, what's that? Charlie, Samsung Care Plus covers accidental screen damage. Like yours. One small repair fee and your phone is sorted. Hey, for real. Even my Galaxy S25. S25, A series, Z Flip, Z Fold. All covered. But you have to register within 30 days of buying. Did you? I bought it like last week. Go register now. Make you no waste time.
Samsung Care Plus. Protect your Samsung Galaxy phone today. Register within 30 days of purchase. Visit samsung.com/Africa or your nearest Samsung dealer. Terms and conditions apply.
This football season, for only 100 Ghana cedis in pay, your mom with 4 pieces of chicken, 2 crispy tenders, large chips. Time of gaming is starting. Grab yours today and enjoy the taste of football season with KFC, proud official meal partner of Ghana football. KFC Ghana is finger licking good.
Madam, give me fufu and rice soup, please. Do you have beef?
Yes, please.
Give me. Do you have salmon?
Yes.
Give me. Do you have tilapia?
We have.
When your money starts to work for you, there will be signs. Invest with EDC today.
How many?
Just keep going until I say stop.
Find out about EDC's investment products and start today. Financial independence is possible with EDC.
For further assistance, call 0326 34165.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
5 minutes to 8. Let's share how. Are you ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom? The Let's Share Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With our fixed deposit solution, you are making your money work for you. So join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. 0302-208-333. Invest with Lashao. Lashao, let's improve life. And tomorrow, Ghana has a great game coming up in the World Cup. Ulio, Ashirifi Amwa. Ulio.
Oh my goodness.
Your name is it Mexican or Portuguese?
So there's this thing that my mom forced my dad to get the Julio name because she loved telenovelas.
So you're a lover boy.
I am not a lover boy actually.
Okay, your mom saw some character in the telenovela. The guy was a lover boy.
I kid you not.
And then he said, "Oh, my son is going to be Julio."
I kid you not.
Because for a Ghanaian, they're Julio.
So if I say Julio and I add the Ashirifi, I'm like, Ghanaian Jiwalo.
So is it Julio or Julio?
It's Julio Ashirifi Amwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, Julio Ashirifi Amwa has joined us for kickoff. Julio, take us into the World Cup, and specifically, let's look at the the Black Stars for tomorrow.
So before Ghana would play England, I was here on Traffic Avenue, and I said they will score Ghana 2-2. That's what I said.
I remember, I heard you.
Yeah.
And I said, that's what I said.
When Ghana played a draw,
yes,
I was surprised. But what I got from people, listeners on, why did you say this? Why did you say that? So for this game against Croatia, I think we have a slight chance to win. We have a slight chance because no, hear me out. So Croatia is built on the midfield. That's Modric, Brozovic, and then Kovacic, who plays for Man City, and that has been the core of their group for a very long period of time. Ghana would build on the physicality of the boys. So let's say if the Ghanaians decide that they want to play defensively like what they did against England, that would be the good fit for
what they did say, it's our team now. Are you talking like you are Portuguese?
No, but the thing is,
yes,
I'm
Ghanaian,
but then sometimes I want to see things as it is.
Okay.
And if you look at how we played against England, superb.
Yes.
But then what is going to be the different thing for Ghana as we play Croatia?
What's Croatia's strength for which you think that we have a slight
technical
chance?
Ability. They have it against us.
You know what time is the game?
It's at 8. I don't know the real time, but I know it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow in the evening?
Yes, in the evening.
Okay, good.
And as I am here, my heart is beating.
Hey,
take it easy. No, Charlie.
But we have an experienced coach who seems to know his boys, and he also spends time to know our opponents. So that should give you some confidence that we will do well, especially giving us we're able to soak the
Black
pressure
Stars
from
to
English.
Alpha R. I kid you, but
But our players, they're in top shape, right?
Bro,
everyone is in shape. Thomas is playing.
Yes.
Okay.
But you see, my worry is if we move to the group round of 32 and we are going to play in Canada.
So don't worry about
let's
focus on tomorrow. Well, let's focus. So Thomas is playing. Which other players?
I'm looking at Ironchi playing. I'm looking at Benjamin Nassari playing. Unless maybe Atizigi comes back in shape.
Okay.
I'm looking at Gideon Mensah. I'm looking at
Antoine Semenyo is in.
Antoine Semenyo. He hasn't
Jordan
been
Ayew.
to this one, but then like Jordan Ayew should not play. No.
This guy. This guy. No, but what other games will happen tomorrow? Will be played tomorrow.
So Senegal also is a point of contention in their group. They have 0 points.
Okay.
As African champions, and that's a lot to talk about. Ivory Coast won against Curacao. And for the first time in their history, they are going to the round of 32 or the knockout stages.
Nice.
So for the African representation in the World Cup has been massive. Already have 3 countries who have qualified.
Solid.
Tunisia decided to do whatever they did.
Yeah.
But aside that, I think the African representation in the World Cup, the 2026 World Cup has been massive.
Cabo Verde has stood out completely.
And I think they have a chance to even go to the round of 32 if they either win or draw. Because they drew against Spain.
Right.
They drew against Uruguay.
Yeah.
And they have Saudi Arabia, I believe.
Yes.
And if Saudi Arabia decide that they want to be stubborn, it's going to be a very
draw.
But then if you watch the game against Uruguay, it tells you that they have, if they want to attack, they would attack.
Yeah. So Cape Verde will come against Saudi Arabia. Uruguay will play Spain. That's a game to look out for, isn't it? Why not?
I think Spain is like, we're not able to score against Cape Verde.
Yeah.
So this one against Uruguay is a show your might kind of situation here. So I think it's going to be a very exciting match. Both of the coaches, that is Uruguay and Spain, they are experienced coaches, no doubt about it.
So Portugal will be playing Colombia, isn't it? And
So-
England will come up against Panama.
Panama has left because of the...
They are done. They are not doing too good. Okay, so tomorrow we are winning.
Let's pray.
No, we are winning. We have prayed already.
let's
Now we are
pray.
jubilating.
No, let's continue praying.
Julio. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. Julio, Ashirifi, Amua, brothers, kick off.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, we improve your life.
These days, some mattresses are being made from all kinds of unsafe materials that are not fit for sleeping surfaces. These materials may be cheap, but they can be harmful to your health. If you haven't slept well, you cannot work and think well, and you are ultimately putting your health at risk, which can cause you a lifetime discomfort and chronic pain. As responsible citizens, we should invest in safe, durable, and certified mattresses. Latex Foam remains the tried and tested brand we all love for almost 60 years now. They offer you unmatched quality and durability for every Ghanaian home. Talk to them on 0302-231-155 in Accra and 03220-29365 in Kumasi for all your inquiries, or walk into any of their outlets nationwide for your preferred choices. Do not settle for less. Go for quality, but Latex Foam, or else you do yourself. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Charlie, dream I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. Momo day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spot there. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you dey pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah, motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo day.
Remember shit that your mama made for home church all of and watch it. Back to school with Kenke. It's here, come chop today. Did this shit go home and taste? 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 Onion, ginger, garlic blend, flavor you there. Pepper, shrimp, and fish inside. If you're no preservative, just herbs and spice. Natural we taste, spicy we eat. Did this shit go home and taste? Corner, chew we taste. Matter what's your choice to make. Spicy taste like mama made. Did this shit go home and taste? Did this shit go home and taste? Did this shit go home and taste? Did this shit go home and taste?
running a business today, Charlie, you know easy.
And that is why you need the right partner. When I'm making payments, Absa sorting me cash flow. Send me here fast and flexible loan crampoa. No wahala. Absa Business Banking is always there for me. Whether you are a large business or an SME, Absa has you covered.
At Absa, we get it and we understand every kind of business need. Visit an Absa Bank branch today for your business banking solutions. Your story matters. Absa.
Hey, my screen. Charlie. I just bought this thing. Relax. We get Samsung Care Plus. Or, what's that? Charlie, Samsung Care Plus covers accidental screen damage. Like yours. One small repair fee and your phone is sorted. Hey, for real. Even my Galaxy S25. S25, A series, Z Flip, Z Fold. All covered. But you have to register within 30 days of buying. Did you? I bought it like last week. Go register now. Make you no waste time.
Samsung Care Plus. Protect your Samsung Galaxy phone today. Register within 30 days of purchase. Visit samsung.com/Africa or your nearest Samsung dealer. Terms and conditions apply.
Charlie, the contract is here. But my pocket, flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 66 9346. DCI Microfinance. Miles beyond the extra.
Sunny Gold Brown Sugar. Available in a shop near you.
Sunny Gold. What country?
This advert is FDA approved.
Girl, did you see my last reel? People thought I used a camera crew.
Seriously? Which phone?
The Samsung Galaxy A17. It makes content I take cinematic with bright blur-free shots even at night.
Does it have AI? I'm tired of switching apps though.
That's the best part. Gemini, Circle to Search, Music Search, works across all your apps.
Wow! Why are you only now telling me this?
The Samsung Galaxy A17. Slim design, powerful AI, stunning camera. Built for the ones who live boldly. Get your Samsung Galaxy A07 or A17 under 3,000 Ghana cedis at any Samsung authorized dealer.
Hey, but my budget is 1,200.
Don't worry, we have the Samsung Galaxy A06 for you.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yachayama, Eitama,
This is Citi.
Ganu dende, gasta so dende. 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 Yeita mubi obaba na batene samia. Yachada mubi obaba na batene samia. Yeita mubi obaba na batene samia. Yachada.
Yes, all this fire is on the Sabalat and Tobias people who think that we will not make it tomorrow. All of you fire. Ask guys.
You have to all throw fire.
Nothing that can contain them. Fire burn the bed. No, so in that spirit, I want to hear from you. 0539986996. Tomorrow we are coming up against Croatia. We won by a goal against Panama. We drew against England. Tomorrow we are coming against Croatia.
Whatever happens, we have qualified.
We have even qualified. So yeah.
So we just have to relax.
No, it be Ulio can't dampen my spirit this morning.
You are the one asking him unnecessary questions.
I was asking. It's true. I apologize. Bernard, good morning.
Just the tournament we are already. See, the things that you don't calculate.
Yeah.
Just enter.
Enjoy that.
Right now, Canada said they are playing away. Even though they are the host.
Yes.
What can be very something? You are the host country, you know.
Yeah.
Because they were second. They are playing US. So now South Africa can even score them.
No, you are going to play Salome.
Is it just so? The World Cup there somewhere.
Yeah.
And now the other thing is
some
teams who need to be third know what to do. You see, it's a bit unfair because in a 32-team tournament, when the knockout is going on, there's a bit of uncertainty. But if you are Croatia or Ghana, you can decide that let's just draw.
Yeah.
If we draw, Ghana will get 5, Croatia will get 4.
Scratch
over. Because there are some teams in the top losers of third place who have only 3 points. And they have no match to play. A team like South Korea have 3 points. Scotland have 3 points. Good defense of -3. So Croatia can save Ghana. You remember when Nkrumah came?
We forged alliance.
So you don't do anything. Won't do anything.
That's collusion.
Don't tackle Madrid. Won't tackle Party. If you get 1 point and we get 5 points, we all can meet later.
And enjoy life.
So if we do that, I'm not saying we should do that.
Yes.
But there's a certain absurdity there because now teams like Scotland, even Senegal, if they win, they have 3 points. So it's Croatia, Ghana, actually. The Kumasi shoe factory that we said we will not do. That shoe factory that we didn't this year we'll do.
Yeah. Sports diplomacy.
They will come to
negotiate a thing clean.
Tell them or two for that. The shoe factory there. All you need to do is don't beat us. You know, I'm not saying we should do that, but
but these are realities in the sport world. That's why the rules are there, actually.
FIFA have created an absurdity. If you have a 32-team competition, it's very clear. You are first or second. There's nothing like third place in it. This third place thing, unless you have 64 teams, and 64 is also too much. So the whole thing, you know, FIFA, I think they are just looking for money. That's what they've done. You know, they have converted our passion into a money-making machine. So now you have a team that played 3 days ago, knowing they have only 3 points, and another team will play 5 days after.
Yeah.
See how yesterday Ecuador beat Germany. You think that if
on a good day,
but Ecuador's challenge, Germany they qualify. Ecuador.
So they were saving their energy.
Ecuador knows that they can be third. If it was only 32 teams, Ivory Coast and Germany qualify 6 points each. But Ecuador knows a challenge if they beat Germany.
So in essence, FIFA sort of increased the numbers and then brings it back to 32. That was originally the case.
There's it's basically
so that they will start from there.
You see, and the 32 is just a knockout. In the past, the 32 teams was
the group stages.
So
it makes sense.
Charlie, the football, we just like Ghana, so we want to win. That's all. Well, if you say you follow FIFA, if you don't follow FIFA, you even do football.
Well, some people say more football is more excitement, and then for those who are interested in the money,
it helps us. The amount of money is given our team is a lot.
Exactly.
The amount of, but the thing is, what we use the money for. If we use it to do grassroots football development, we build the starlets, build women's football, fine. But if they use it to just
buy bus and build out straight.
So that's the thing. So the money there, we'll get it too. But the usage is the matter. Anyway, you can also get money.
It's important.
EDC.
How can I do that? 1 million.
Yeah, plan for your future. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. 1 one clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you. Sky's money is working for him.
Sharp.
You are still working for money.
Charlie.
With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals.
Yes.
Your financial independence is possible with EDC.
Yes.
Call 0302-610-400.
Okay. EDC account.
I went for a program sometime.
Okay.
And there were some NDC people there. And the guy wanted to say it is possible. So he said it is
Yeah,
he remembered that was Baonia.
It is
pop. It's a challenge. It's okay.
He loved his life.
So that's the situation we are in.
Politics is a very foolish thing.
Yeah, we not paying well.
The guy wanted to say it is pop.
And just he realized that it was impossible to finish.
This was 2024. So he said it is pop. But who add the symbol? It is just pop.
That is my situation.
I am pop.
Oh my God.
The MVP have taken it as possible.
Yeah.
If you want to be a politician, you need a lot of energy.
So much. And everyone, more money. Talking about money, right? So Onga has voted about 4 million Ghana cedis. In fact, more than 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes that you can be a part of. Those who are winning. So if you go out there to shop, look out for the Onga powder promo sachet and the Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers. Gather about 20 of each and then take them to the redemption center near you. You will receive a scratch card. Scratch it. You get a unique code. Send it to *713*27# and win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. Deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more are all up for grabs. This will end on the 15th of July. So hurry while this lasts.
Let me tell you about mattresses and also a place to have your business or home. Now, many cheap mattresses have infiltrated the system.
Too many.
And they are leading to sleep discomfort and all kinds of things. Now, choose Latex Foam. For 60 years, we've been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country. We have showrooms nationwide. You can go online to latexfoamghana.com. In Accra, you can call us on 0302-231-155 or Kumasi 0322-029-365. Latex Foam is your partner
for life.
Now, give your business the competitive edge it deserves at the Dawa Industrial Zone. You know when you're driving to your hometown, after you pass so much, yes, the Dawa Industrial Zone, beautiful. It's a world-class industrial park spread across over 2,000 acres of prime industrial land. So they have modern infrastructure, strategic connectivity. The road is coming.
Oh, powerful.
It's an ecosystem for manufacturers, heavy industries, automotive industries, textile production, logistics, food agro-processing, pharmaceuticals, all of those located in Dawa Industrial Zone. You can even get a shop office there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, powerful. Then I have to look out for...
So that you can, when you are going to the weekend, you can pass with the law firm, do some work, and continue. Sleep in Sugar Coffee.
That's right.
You know your life. You like weekend at the sea.
Charlie,
so it's West Africa's fastest growing industrial hub. Call 055-204-0000 or visit diz-ghana.com.
Nice one.
Dawa Industrial Zone, where industry thrives.
Yeah, man. And you know life feels better when money isn't getting in the way. When it's easy to send money, pay bills, buy airtime, receive money from loved ones, and stay on top of everyday expenses. There's more time for the things that truly matter. Exactly why G Money is designed. Simple, convenient, always within reach. G Money helps you do more with less stress. *488#. Dial this, download the G Money app today. G Money, give yourself more.
In the meantime, Zenith Bank says stay on the alert, shine your eye when someone claims to be calling you from Zenith Bank. They can sound very professional, confident, and convincing. They will say, Mr. Sky, you have won some money. Just send us your name and we'll put something on PIN. Or be lying. Zenith Bank will never ask you for your PIN, never ask for your password or one-time password over the telephone, email, or any channel. If a caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately and contact Zenith direct on 0542 000 111, right? 0542 111 or 0302680884. Shine your eye, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. This message is from Zenith Bank in partnership with the Ghana Association
of Banks. And every dream has a home. Welcome to Heritage Christian University. It's located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Heritage. At Heritage, you are assured of value-driven education that prepares you for the world of work. Our students are challenged to turn ideas into businesses that feed families and employ communities. Admission is in progress. We have a wide range of undergraduate and graduate programs. 0547 777 731 is the number to call. hcu.edu.gh is our website. Heritage Christian University. We are educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
And did you know that SNIT pensioners can now engage a qualified healthcare professional from the comfort of their home?
Yeah.
So SNIT, in partnership with the Trust Hospital and the NHIS, has introduced the SNIT telehealth service to provide convenient access to healthcare for pensioners. With this service, pensioners can consult a doctor or healthcare professional remotely for medical advice, routine health concerns, and follow-up care without the stress of traveling to a hospital. To access this service, simply dial the toll-free number 0800 877 555 and speak to a qualified healthcare professional now. Take advantage of this innovative service designed to support your health and well-being. SNIT telehealth service, quality healthcare at your convenience.
Alrighty. In between these, happy birthday to Mr. Sapong of Kata Hostel Down. Wishing you good health, lasting joy, and God's abundant blessings as you celebrate another wonderful year. May this new chapter bring you peace, happiness, and many more beautiful memories. Have a fantastic birthday. This is coming from Nia. Another one says, happy 40th birthday, Florence Obaya Kumi. Volta Hall gave me a sister and you, and I'm truly grateful for the bond we share. Cheers to 4 beautiful decades of grace, strength, and cherished memories. Wishing you endless happiness, love, and blessings today and always. This is coming from Day Fefuma. Okay, good. There you go. That was happy blessed 10th birthday to my princess Dela Presca Agba of Fort International School. I'm right here. Denta, may God grant you retentive memory during your exams. This is from your dad, Wanda Agba of GRA Tema. And
also we've been asked to congratulate all the students graduating today at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, especially Florentina Mensah Edu, Captain Portia Usudoku, Captain Rachel Na Adukwe Bule of the gender class. Aiko to all the graduates. This is from Nana Ajuate to these 3 ladies of the gender class at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, who are all graduating today.
Nice one.
Still talking about that though. Have you read those ones already?
Not yet.
Okay, so you want to do that?
Sure. Happy birthday, Patricia Nana Kesuwa. I'm Pedu, wishing you lots of happiness, love, and blessings today and always. May all your dreams come true. Have an amazing day. Enjoy every moment. This is from your big brother, Bismarck. Happy birthday, Christine Etonam Abena Jatagbo. May God bless you with joy, good health, favor, and success in this new year of your life. Wishing you a beautiful day. This is coming from Sir Clark. He adds a long prayer, all of that. Kakra, you want to wish somebody a happy birthday as well?
Yes, I'd like to wish economist Dr. Henry Telly a happy birthday. He's a board member of Tekura as well.
Why not Henry Telly for?
This is
people are not
all of us at Tekura, the
Forson
Forson family, wishing him a very happy birthday and many blessings.
Henry Telly of the International Growth Center is an economist, and I didn't know he was on your board. Hey, Charlie, you know. Who else is on the board? Charlie, we need to know these things.
We are bringing you.
You have to declare. Henry Telly.
Yes.
Oh man,
good.
You know, there's this book I used to read. It's called An Enterprise Map of Ghana. Remember that book?
Yes.
He gave me that book.
Oh, beautiful.
This is like 2012, 2013.
Oh, nice. Yeah, solid.
Happy birthday to Comfort Enchiwa or Enchima. God bless you and your family. Happy birthday to Madam Rebecca Ampoma-Mensah. You worked at Kolibun, you stay at Chimota. You sacrificed so much to make sure we grew up safe, happy, and loved. We love you more than words can say. With love from your children, Frema Osei, Nana Ama, Evelyn, Sophie, and your siblings, grandchildren, and your in-laws. God bless you abundantly, Madam Rebecca Ampoma-Mensah, formerly of Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
Nice
okay,
one.
but there's this one that concerns, the legal profession, and I should just highlight it. So, normally you work all week and then you want to relax more. The Greater Accra Regional Bar Association is trying to do something about it. For a long time, lawyers have been complaining.
Oh, okay, no play.
Yeah, no, makes, a lawyer very dull human being.
So what are they doing?
So the Greater Accra Regional Bar of the GBA, in conjunction, conjunction with the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, they are presenting what they are calling a quarterly Friday evening hangout. This is to help those of us who are lawyers in the Greater Accra region to ease the stress, Hululichocho and all the things that come with being a lawyer and all the big books that you read and the cases you do, with, some enjoyment environment. The first of that is happening on the 26th. 26th, which is what? Today.
Oh, I thought today is 25th.
Yeah, today is 26th. So
what time?
At 6 p.m. So you just come.
What
there.
are people doing?
We are going to sit down. So I'll give you will give you what do you call it? Cocktail,
special pass.
Virgin cocktail.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
So lawyers in Accra are meeting.
Exactly. So it is happening at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel.
Okay.
The GBA Greater Accra Regional Chapter is organizing it. And I want to see you guys there. Let's go because
which guys? The lawyers or
the lawyers. Oh no, you are
they are not part.
You are a friend of the bar.
So amicus curiae.
So the bar has everything.
Yeah, that's right. You will be probably taken care of. What it is that you'll be hearing some lawyer has fallen and is something. Actually, the stress is just too much, and people we deal with sometimes don't even understand the stress that we go through, the weight of issues we are contending with, some of the frustrations of people. They pour it on us, and we soak all of that. Some of the cases you hear, you read, they do things to your head in a way that you can't possibly phantom. And we don't have shrinks out like that dealing with our issues. So it is important that you step out there to just unwind. And that is exactly what we're doing.
There is an application to this motion.
Which is what?
It is saying that for proper distressing, you have to add non-lawyers too.
Okay,
because if they are all day, my lord, it will not be fun.
All right, so I like to also wish a couple of people, Nik Amarteifio Abrahams of Ghana Link and Edward Botri of APSA, both wish happy birthday, and I'd like to wish, I think it's Joe Ampofo as well of Enterprise Trustees. His shares this day with Nik Amarteifio Abrahams of Ghana Link. Edward Botri is the MD of APSA.
Powerful.
Doing some really quality work, and we like to thank APSA for their partnership for the City Business Festival. And we say thank you, Edward Botri. Keep doing the great job you're doing at APSA. Your leadership skills are there for all to see. So have a fantastic birthday. Speaking of banks, the Ghana Association of Banks is also warning that some fake links may appear genuine at first glance, but contain slight differences such as extra letters, missing letters, or numbers replacing words. Or letters. Others may use long, confusing web addresses or shortened links that hide the real website. Never click suspicious links. Instead, quickly visit your bank's official website for information or contact the bank directly using its official phone number. Shine your eye, stop the fraud. And finally, the GIPCON is happening on the 16th and 17th of July at the Palms Convention Center. This is the Ghana International Petroleum Conference on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream Policy, Innovation and Investment for Growth. President Mahama is going to be there. Dr. Abdullahi Jinapo, Minister for Energy, Green Transition is there.
Beautiful.
Mr. Godwin Eduji Kujo Tamaklo, MP, is going to be there. Dr. Patrick Faye of Seaboard and Dr. Rebesino Pong of Comac, they are all going to be there. And there's going to be a powerful gala night on the 18th at the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel. So you can call 055-822-3678.
All right. And before we get into other things, Delexis University College is inviting you for world-class education, market-driven professional qualification. We run courses, nursing, midwifery, cybersecurity, digital forensics, and a host of others. So visit our website, delexisuniversity.edu.gh for more. Tema Community 25 Peace B Junction is where we are. Come by and let's grant you a good education experience. 0551-198-100. Admission is in progress, so do well to join us. A resplendent birthday to Delight Boafo, CEO of Glam by Dela, a damsel who broke through the headlines to forge a discussion with a great person like me. Today I celebrate a lady whose embodiment has plans that brighten the future, open-minded and stunning. Have a blessed day and have a wonderful good time ahead. This is from Japs. Happy birthday, Gloria Enyonam Ziga, to the lady who serves with her hands, her heart and her beauty. I see you and I celebrate you. May grace, favor and good health be your portion this year. You deserve all the love you're getting today. This is from Alex, and I want to say a big thank you to everyone who helped make
yesterday was your birthday.
Yesterday was my birthday.
Wow.
And I really, really appreciate it.
No, you're a big man.
For my wife, to you,
Yeah.
all my colleagues here at Citi.
No, your wife is powerful.
Church.
Whilst you were on air, she was plotting things.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, she plotted a cake and some plenty of food.
About the gling now.
Yeah, so
I didn't hear that.
I want to say thank you to your wife as well.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. And yesterday, MTN.
Yeah.
Benedicta and Oye, they organized something beautiful.
Beautiful. They showed you love.
So it's not only
So
banks who
you're
have
grateful.
relationship managers.
Yeah.
His relationship manager brought him a big cake.
Oh, beautiful.
Wonderful.
By that time, you had left. So, but I kept some for
Mine
you.
for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then I'll
kept
come and
some
have
for
my
you,
share.
you're
That's
welcome.
good.
Yeah.
Anyway, today I want us to look at some. Yesterday 2 things happened which are very troubling for the media fraternity.
Yeah.
Larry Dogbe, who is a friend of ours, who edits the Herald, was sentenced to 7 days in prison for contempt, and he began the sentence yesterday. David Annan, his lawyer, explained his understanding of the issues to Umaru Sandamadu. I think we should listen to it again to give us a proper background to the issues. And of course, Sky may explain what happened and why he's had to be sent to prison for 7 days.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was a radio station in Kaswa which was also attacked
Yeah.
by a known political figure with some thugs. It took the police to intervene to restore calm and to open the station again. So it was a very troubling day for we in the media, or for us in the media, I should say. So if you have the David Annan Q, we can air it, because he is the lawyer for Larry Dogbe, who edits the Herald. And Larry's view is that he has been publishing stories in the public interest, and then he had been sued by Kevin Ochery and Springfield, and the substantive matter for which the suit had been filed was not yet heard, the issue around defamation. And then, of course, Kevin Ochery and Springfield had also sought and obtained an injunction against publication of material deemed defamatory to him. I believe Larry Dogbe's understanding of the situation was that this does not prevent him from writing stories which were not directly related to the matter of the suit.
Yeah.
In fact, when he listened to David Annan, he even did not think that his client had been properly served, but you will hear him for yourself. But the matter of a company from, I think, Portugal, complaining about the conduct of Kevin Ochery and his company came up, and Mr. Dogbe reported on it extensively, believing that it was a matter of public interest and thinking that it was not related to the matter of the suit. But of course, the lawyers for Kevin Ochery believe that the injunction that they had obtained had been violated, because they had obtained an injunction that this media house and the journalist should not publish any defamatory story against them until the matter had been determined. So this was my understanding of the key issues. So you hear from the lawyer yourself, and then we can make a conclusive discussion on this.
I've never heard throughout my practice of a journalist being taken to prison because he's published something. The era of criminal libel is gone. And the days when you could be imprisoned for such are no longer with us. But this is where we are. Now, what I intend to do, I've had to wait for a considerable time to get the ruling of the court. And I'm looking at it, and frankly, I can see several errors in the judgment. So we are going to bring these errors to the notice of higher court and then take it from there.
Yes, so that was the lawyer. That's just an excerpt of the lawyer's conversation with Sandra. We'll bring you a longer one as the conversation unfolds.
Yeah, and when I heard Samson Ladi, his view, of course, when you hear that a journalist has been jailed, it's very upsetting. And of course, that's when he looked closely at the order, because I don't think we've seen the judgment. What we've seen is the order, the injunction. It appears, what the Ghana was saying was that the order as published in the Ghanaian Times that they saw did not explicitly proscribe them from doing general stories about the party. So they are saying that the way the order was published, the injunction was published, it was not very clear.
No, I think what they were trying to argue there was that the operative parts of the order were not clear
in the paper.
Yes, as in the publication had defects. Printers issues with the publication. There were three main. Okay, so let's take it from the top. As you said, the Herald had been publishing stories about Springfield and its chief executive, so named. Those publications had what the applicant in this particular case thought, what's his name, Mr. Kevin Autry, thought were defamatory in character, like they were attacking him and blah, blah, blah. So he went to court to sue for that defamation. You are defaming me means that you are saying something which is harming my reputation in the eyes of right-thinking men of society, and that the court should find that indeed you have harmed my reputation. There are consequences that flow from that. This is civil in character. Now, where that happens, you are also at liberty to apply for an injunction. The injunction means that you are stopping the person making the publication from further publications that you believe would harm your reputation while this matter is pending. That was done. On the facts, the court that heard the application for injunction said that yes, a case was made out for the injunction application to be granted, and it was so granted. On the facts, there were attempts to serve the defendants in this particular case. So Larry Dogbe's newspaper, the Herald, the company that publishes it, and then also Larry himself with one other. But these were unsuccessful. So under the law, you can go back to court and say that, well, you have made all reasonable efforts to get the person who should receive the order and serve him. But for some reason, you have been unable to do that. Of course, there are elements that you have to meet. The court was satisfied that indeed there were attempts to serve and there was failure of service, properly so-called in the eyes of the law. So there are alternatives to bring them.
What you call order for substituted service.
Exactly. So that application was made and it was granted. The modes of service in this case were to be publication in the dailies, notice board, pasting, and then also WhatsApp service. On the facts, we're told that all of these were done. Which is to say that effectively Larry Dogbe's mobile phone number or numbers associated with his practice, which is the journalism practice, have received, according to the facts, these materials from the court. And that the materials or the orders were also published in the dailies and then also on the notice board. So it is assumed, or it is taken as though, by reason of having done this, Larry and his newspaper ought to have been known, ought to have known that there was an injunction granted by the court, and therefore the terms must be respected by the court. Now, subsequent to these orders being published, a new development came up, which was the matter Bernard referred to, that something allegedly happened in Dubai involving the applicant or the plaintiff in the instant case and there was a
different company.
Yeah, but it was a different company.
So it wasn't the story. So this is the thing. The story that Larry Dobe had been writing, for which the
no, it was not the same
yes,
thing.
It's a different
but
story.
it is the same active individual.
Yes,
you
connected to that.
Exactly. Like maybe I'm doing something with company A.
Yeah.
There are related matters which deal with me, something different, but I am at the center of it, and then you take up the matter.
Yeah.
So the Herald ran stories on that particular matter concerning what may or may not have happened in the Dubai, the Emirates place.
Yeah.
Then the affected party, Kevin Autry, then took out, a matter to the court and said that look, there was an order granted by the court, differently constituted, that this particular newspaper, Herald, should not run stories about me, which have the potential of damaging my reputation. But subsequent to those orders, and even after those orders had been properly brought to his attention and the attention of his newspaper, subsequent stories were run, which stories he deemed defamatory.
Even though they were different issues, and he just happened to be connected to that different issue.
Exactly. So what happened yesterday was a hearing of that application as filed. So the lawyers went to court to say that, well, the court's blaze of authority have been has been violated, and that they should put Larry in jail for making those publications. The judge heard the matter and made a determination. It is that determination that is the subject matter of what we are now having about.
Yeah.
So the judge agreed with the is it the plaint?
The prayer,
the applicant.
Yeah, the prayer or the application.
Yeah. So it's a bit, a lot of journalists, I won't say a lot, a number of journalists have been committed to prison in this past 5 or 6 years, or 8-10 years, on the basis of contempt. Not even because criminal libel has been expunged. There's also civil libel where you can sue. Of course, there are portions of the criminal code which, if you violate, you could still end up in trouble. For example, the law on publication of false news to the intent of causing fear and panic, and that type of thing. So some people feel like the contempt issues could be like a backdoor way of gagging journalists, because if you follow the logic of Mr. Larry Dobe's lawyer, they believe that there's a matter of public interest being reported by different media houses around Petraco SA's claims against this company. So they felt that it was not necessarily a violation if you think of the injunction, because they think you are writing a story about
it's a different thing. It's a different altogether.
Story. But if you listen to the reading of the order, all right, it appears to be quite broad, that you cannot write a defamatory story. Okay. Of course, the lawyer for Larry was saying to Sandra that you have to prove that it's been defamatory, because for example, if some company says you owe me, and I report the fact that the company say you owe me,
and it's factual,
how did the court construe that publication to be defamatory? So are you then saying that the injunction means that you can't write anything at all about this person until the substantive matter is determined? So let's listen to the lawyer if you have his voice.
Yes, we have a longer one
for life, but it's very, very troubling if you listen to the reasoning he put out.
There's this chap called Kevin Autry. He has taken loans from quite a few foreign companies. Now, some of these loans have not been paid back, and they have construed the non-payment as fraud, and therefore they wrote petitions to EOCO and to the CID and what have you. So to them, it's a criminal matter. Now, he claims that it's not a criminal matter, that it's a commercial matter. And we say we don't care whatever it is. We are journalists, and we are reporting the fact that he has these allegations against him. Now, he was able to secure an injunction before we had even filed our responses. That is, he filed the injunction along with the written statement of claim. And we opposed it, but it was granted on certain grounds.
Bottom line, based on the publication, is that your client was injuncted from making some publications and he still went ahead. How did you argue that in court? Did you argue ignorance or non-receipt of service? Or...
The problem was that they never properly served us with the orders of the court. Yes, I was in court, but I couldn't get in touch with my client at that time to let him know anything about this matter. So they had, without notice to me, found substituted service, which means that you don't even let the guy, you don't let him know personally. There's personal service and there's substituted service. Now, the sub-service means you go and paste certain things on the court notice board, put something in the graphic, blah, 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 those kind of things. Unfortunately, those processes, according to us, were improperly done. And therefore, our client never had notice of whatever the court had said. And I wasn't around, so I couldn't, of course, inform him. Now, they then brought this application for contempt, which we resisted. We resisted the injunction also, and we also resisted the application for contempt. I've never heard throughout my practice of a journalist being taken to prison because he's published something. The era of criminal libel is gone. And the days when you could be imprisoned for such are no longer with us. But this is where we are. Now, what I intend to do, I've had to wait for a considerable time to get the ruling of the court. And I'm looking at it, and frankly, I can see several errors in the judgment. So we are going to bring these errors to the notice of higher courts and then take it from there.
Now, that would have to do with time. He's been given 7 days before you apply, get the true copy of proceedings, go to the appellate court. He would have served this.
No, we have all that. We have all that. We have the proceedings, and we have the ruling. The ruling is what we need. We needed. That was the last thing we needed.
So you've got the ruling.
And we have that. But you're right. The time period is so short.
Because now you have to go to the Court of Appeal.
That is, well, I don't want to disclose. It's not being the Court of Appeal, that we can go to Supreme Court for other supervisory jurisdictional matters. So where the location of the court is still being studied, and we will see what we can do. Because if he has not been served the processes, he cannot be held liable for any matters of contempt. He's deemed not to know. But the judge decided that according to what the applicant had said, it was sufficient for him if he disputes. So we'll see how it goes.
You made a point that you've not seen in a long time a journalist going to jail because of a publication.
No, ever. The last time a journalist went to court was, I think, Tommy Thompson.
No, I'm referring to. I'm saying that you're talking about the criminal libel law. Yeah. Yes, I'm saying that.
And I think the Muntie guys too.
They also went. Ken Crunchy also went. What I'm saying is that this is pure contempt, and I think that's what Ken went in, and the guys who were on radio too. In this case, we are told your client went in because of contempt, which means he disobeyed a court order. You have said that the service was not properly done. Typically, the court may direct that it should be published in the newspapers. It should be published on the wall or gate of the person, either their office or their home.
What are you referring to? Are you referring to a retraction or something?
No. I'm referring to the substituted service that was served on your client, which you said you have not seen. I'm saying that typically the court would direct that it should be published in the newspapers, or it should be, sometimes they even use electronic media or social media means of service, but they also talk about posting it on the gates or the walls of the person. Are you saying that your client didn't see any of these, and you said to the court that didn't, because I'm told there was cross-examination upon which the court made the admission that he indeed had seen it and just disregarded the directive of the court.
No, he did not. He actually denied categorically that he had been served. What he said was that yes, the paper, not him, but the paper Herald had published the matter. That is all he admitted to. Now, when you're talking about posting it on the house, nothing was posted on the house. That wasn't the part of the order. What was said was that they should post on the court notice board, and as we say, electronic means. And we showed that the WhatsApp service was not properly done. It wasn't done properly at all. What was sent was just 3 lines. How can you tell me that you've given me notice when only 2 or 3 lines of the process come? It's, you know, and then finally, you were mentioning what, the dailies. Yeah, the dailies. But unfortunately, the operative part of the order, by some whatever, was missing in the Ghanaian Times. It didn't come. So the part where it says, you are hereby ordered not to or restrained from performing this act, that didn't come at all. So I don't know how it was established that they had served him. We showed quite clearly that there were so many flaws in the whole thing that the service couldn't have been properly done. Now, even if let's for the sake of argument agree that he had been served, the wording of the injunction itself was nebulous, because it said that he was restrained from further publication of matters that would be deemed to tarnish, injure and tarnish the reputation of the applicant. Now, what you're doing there is bringing defamation into it, because until you establish defamation, you cannot say that I've injured or tarnished reputation. So what it meant was that for the order of injunction to be validated for contempt, the applicant must have shown that the stories published in some way or manner injured his reputation. Now, I'm saying that the guy has several of these cases pending, and he has petitions pending with the police against him, accusing him of fraud.
All right. I see.
So publishing that cannot be intended to tarnish his reputation. It can't be, because that's a fact.
Very well. Where is he now, though? So does it mean he's in custody, or what's happening? Do you know where he is currently?
No. He's in custody right now. Well, that's for 7 days. So we're going to work on the processes. I'm consulting with some others to see how. But it's likely that by the time we can do anything about it, he would have served his sentence.
So, Bernard, that's the lawyer speaking to Sanda yesterday.
So for me, I think there are 2 issues here. The order that was supposedly violated. I mean, from a journalism perspective, the order seems very, very broad. All right. So are you saying that if somebody, and I'm speaking as a lawyer here, if somebody has sued me for writing a story about him on a particular matter, that a court can give an order that I shouldn't write anything about the person which will be deemed defamatory until the substantive matter is heard. That's a bit broad, because, so let's assume I've sued you for doing something, for calling me a thief. Now, for want of a better example, if you get an order that I shouldn't write anything about that matter because you say you are not a thief, fine, we can say that in the matter that I say you are stealing plantain, you are not a thief. But if I see you slapping somebody, can that order be interpreted to mean that then I shouldn't write about your slap until this thief matter is determined? I mean, that for me is gagging a media person from doing a story. That's from on the face of it, the way I see it. So I feel like it's very, very broad. And I don't know whether the journalists maybe should have sought clarity before doing the story. But then that again becomes, what is that? If it is a separate matter, number 2, being reported all over, I feel like, again, the journalists may have been within their right of writing the story, okay? But because I don't understand the full dimensions of contempt and also how to interpret the order in real life, maybe he has to explain. You've seen the order. From a journalistic point of view, I think it's extremely broad to say that until a particular suit on a specific case is determined, a journalist cannot write a story about an entity ever. So what if that case takes 10 years? Yeah, I feel like it's very, very wild. So maybe you should explain the order to us. But I feel it's very unfortunate.
So what I want to say, first of all, is that I do hold the judiciary in high regard. I am a member of the legal profession, and I will not do or say anything that should, in my right-thinking mind, undermine the place of authority that the courts do have. But we are also still at liberty as citizens of the Republic, where the courts act in excess of their constitutional authority to raise those issues. And it is on the basis of that I'm having this discussion, because again, I'm also a member of the Inky fraternity, as we call it, and I'm at liberty to raise some of these issues, because today it is Larry, tomorrow it may be myself, or it may be somebody else. And as the saying normally goes, maybe they came for the Jews, you didn't care. They will come for somebody else, you wouldn't care, because you were not from that stock. But eventually someone will come for you, and nobody will be there to speak for you. And on that basis, we are raising those issues. I think Bernard has raised some of the issues in play. The order as given by the court says, and I'm quoting from the judgment that was read yesterday, that take notice that pursuant to the orders of the court dated the 11th day of June 2025, presided over by His Lordship John Bosco Nabaris, as follows. 1. Defendants are hereby restrained from further publication of statements intended to undermine and tarnish the plaintiff's reputation within the society, the petroleum industry, and as a businessman until the final determination of the suit. If the defendants disobey or neglect to obey the above order, they are liable to the process of execution by way of criminal committal for contempt. So basically, that was the order as given. And subsequent to that, we're told that a penal notice, basically bringing the matter to the attention of the folks responsible, was, put through to Larry and his people. Now, as Bernard said, this is a very, very broad order. And if you read European jurisprudence, orders like this are issued sparingly. Because in effect, what it does is to slap a chilling effect on the work that journalists do. You are in effect, as Bernard suggested, saying that to the extent that whatever you are writing will be construed by the person or those around him to be defamatory, you should not write anything about him. He is given a very fantastic example of what that means. But with the greatest respect, that creates problems. And that is why many of us have been against these sorts of strategic litigations that are put up by people with the deep pockets to actually initiate them in the first place. There is something known as strategic lawsuits against public participation. In short, it is SLAP. What it does is someone with deep pockets, you've written about him, he's not happy. And I'm not suggesting that that's what happened in the specific case. But this is an example, a common practice you see in many jurisdictions, UK, US, and they are taking measures to deal with it. He takes up a suit against you in court, knows that you are not as deep-pocketed, but he will use his muscle financially, go through the court system and slap you down. So you will no longer publish anything against him. Sometimes they don't even take interest in the case that they have taken to court. But it is enough that they have secured an injunction to freeze whatever you write or say about them subsequently. Now, elsewhere, you can't issue broad orders like that, especially when we're talking about natural resources, especially as we're talking about things that you and I have vested interest in. The oil that is sitting in the belly of the earth you and I have vested interest in it. It is only by reason of the operation of law that we say the president should hold it in trust for all of us, and that we give concessions to people to exploit them. So if there are issues around those matters, those are matters that the people of Ghana have got to be aware about. And that is why in jurisdictions that care about free speech and how those things are exercised in the interest of accountability, transparency, and all these rule of law principles we talk about, they then do a comparative analysis of the rights in play. What are the rights in play? Someone says you have written something that is defamatory of him. He's filed an action. A part of that action is yet to be determined. But he says that in the meantime, don't write anything about me. That matter was determined and orders given. The journalist says that, okay, yes, I am contesting the very injunction that has been granted. That no, the court erred. Perhaps it did not even have the jurisdiction to have even heard and determined this matter. Even if it were to have the jurisdiction, in determining this matter, it went the wrong way. And therefore, this particular order, something should be done about it. That matter is yet to be determined. But what is agitating our minds was what happened yesterday. So the court says that you have violated this order and therefore we are committing you to jail. There are a number of points that I want to make quickly before Samens comes in. So the first point I want to make is to the effect that I think that court orders, once they are granted or given, you are to respect it. Even if you have any misgivings, you think that the judge was so wrong, that no reasonable judge sitting and properly advised would have come to that conclusion. It should be even wrong to every single human being in this country, to the extent that it was the judge presiding over a particular matter that gave that order. You are to respect it, full stop.
Right.
You understand? You can't choose that, as for this order, it is good, and so I'm obeying. As for that one, the judge got it wrong. You understand? Even if the judge, something was wrong with him at the time of giving the order and he gave it, it is assumed that that role was regularly performed and therefore you should respect it. So we will all say that if indeed Larry was aware or ought to have known that this order was given, then he ought to have
understood it.
He understood it, yeah. But again, ignorance is necessarily not.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's right. So that is the position. Of course, the courts have the liberty to punish. If you look at Article 126 and then Article 19 of the Constitution. But the matter that agitates me strongly is reading the judgment. It would seem to me that the judge, with the greatest respect, dwell on the matter of respect for the courts without actually weighing that with the public's right to know, especially on a matter as grave as issues affecting the resources of this country. Of course, the reputation of a person is one that the courts and even all of us must guard jealously, because those do damage that we cannot even quantify. Sometimes courts will come in to sort of try to repair them by imposing fines and all of that. But that is why those processes are there, so that where a person's image is dented, you can subsequently go to court and vindicate it. Although not everything will be restored, something will be done about it. But what this judgment does is to send a message to every single journalist in this country that to the extent that a person is in court and manage to secure an order to say that don't write A, B, C, D about this, you cannot, regardless of whatever information you have about the person, go and write anything. And that undermines, in many ways, the right to information that the citizens of this country do have constitutionally enshrined. Added to that, if you look at our provisions on Article 162 of the Constitution, journalists are given a certain status in society to be guardians who protect the democracy that we are all parties to, helping build. If they supply the information and the information is accurate, it helps in reshaping how we administer this country. They drive public policy decisions. They ensure that laws are in a way even tweaked as to put us on the right path. But where you issue a gag order, which effect is to ensure that information that will otherwise be in the public domain and which could guide policy decisions is prevented from getting into the public domain, what you are doing is you are stifling the democracy that all of us are working to improve.
Let me ask you a quick question before. A quick question. Just clarify, the judge who gave the order is not the same as the judge who committed the journalist to prison.
Exactly.
So the judge who had the matter on the violation of the injunction just quoted the other judge's injunction.
Yeah.
Good. Second point for clarification. When you say it is hereby ordered that the defendants are hereby restrained from further publication of statements intended to undermine and tarnish the plaintiff's reputation within society, shouldn't the operative word the judge should be looking at is the intention? Because if you say, so if you go and win an award, can I write a story about you? If you've sued me for writing a story that you've done something wrong, and then you've secured this injunction against me, from the way the injunction is worded, they said further restrained or restrained from further publication of statements intended to undermine and tarnish the plaintiff's reputation within the society, the petroleum industry, and the businessman until the final result of the suit. Couldn't the journalist argue that how do you prove the intention? Because if there's a fact that is available to the public, that whilst we have our case, somebody has sued you. If I report on the suit, shouldn't the court sort of conclude that my intention in the publication was to undermine and tarnish your reputation before concluding that I have violated the injunction? Because the wording of the injunction for me is critical. It's not just the way it is broadly written.
Yeah.
Right?
Ordinarily, that's what the courts are supposed to determine. Because if you look at the wording as you raised, the intention must be clear or inferred from the conduct of the newspaper or the people who handle the newspaper. If you read a judgment, the court sort of tried to deal with this particular matter. But in my respectful view, the way to engage it was not what was done properly. Because, as you said, you made an order. That order, in our view, is too broad as to frustrate all publications that will be construed to be defamatory. But you have to consider other facts surrounding the matter in order to come to a conclusion that indeed, on this matter, you intended to have ABCD effect. If you look at it, the judge did not necessarily try the elements necessary to come to the conclusion that indeed these matters are defamatory or that the earlier publications were defamatory. Do you understand the point I'm making?
Because even a substantive case has not even been.
Those matters have not been determined. But the fact that Larry or his newspaper basically published a story, which story came subsequent to an earlier order given by the court that you should not do A, B, C, and D. And to the extent that the gentleman at the center of it felt that this particular publication
is defamatory.
Or was defamatory of him, he took up the matter, sent it to court. The court agreed with him that indeed it was intended to have that effect, and then found that because the order of the court was not respected, he should be imposed.
So you said that when a court makes a sort of grants an injunction or a whatever, we are bound by it.
Yes.
So does that
until you take steps to set it aside?
Yes. So that's the question. So like on hindsight, the journalist could have either asked for the injunction to be set aside,
which he's done. I mentioned that
before the publication or after.
After the publication. No. So when the order was given, he has taken steps to deal with those matters.
Yeah, but that was not determined yet.
No, those matters are still pending.
So maybe this court thinks he should have waited for the challenge of the injunction to be determined. Because he was challenging the injunction as being too broad and unfair.
Exactly.
But that matter had not been finished.
No, those matters are also not determined yet.
Okay, I see where you're coming from now. So once a court, but okay, couldn't he have gone back to the court to interpret the injunction if he misunderstood? Because if from what I see, from an ordinary reading, it seems like you're saying don't write anything which will defame me intentionally.
Yes.
So maybe I could have asked the court that, look, can you explain this properly?
Yeah.
Because I have many stories I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But it feels, I don't know whether the court sort of assumes that the wording of the injunction is very clear. So he needs to have known, he ought to have known what it meant.
Yeah, so that examination is in twofold. The first one is obey the order for the time being, right? Don't raise any issue about it.
But the order itself has elements which are not clear. Because if you say intended, that's what I'm saying. If you should obey the order.
No, I'm trying to take it in two parts. Okay. Because first of all, Larry says that he's not seeing the order.
Okay.
The order, he's not seeing it. That even what was published.
In its full form.
Yeah, because if you are committed for contempt, you have done something that the court finds wrong, and that personal service is required. In other words, the matter of the summons to court to appear and answer, no, it should be handed to you, Bernard.
Personally,
that you have done A, B, C, D, you are criminally, indicted, blah, 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 blah. You should come and answer for your crimes, right? That was not done. What was done was substituted service, because according to the records, they said they had made efforts to get Larry and they couldn't get him. And so pasted it on the notice board because the court directed it, sent to WhatsApp. Of course, you can sometimes send WhatsApp messages and the person who is supposed to receive it hasn't received it. Yeah. So even that aspect of the judgment, with the greatest respect, I have so much respect for the court, the judge in the particular case, but I thought that a much more rigorous exercise ought to have been done. To be sure, because in this particular case, because it is akin to criminal offense, you should be sure that indeed this matter was brought to the attention of the journalist, and that he decided, out of absolute disrespect to the court, to go against the decision of the court.
In essence, he treated the court with contempt.
Yes. So, but what the judge did was to infer from the facts that, first of all, of course, substantial evidence is, allowed in appropriate cases to determine matters. But on this particular matter, I have issues with it. Because, first of all, he says that the thing was posted on a notice board. That is to assume that merely because it was posted, for purposes of criminal liability, he ought to have known. He may not have heard it. Secondly, the man argues that the thing was published in the newspapers, but the operative part
was not clear.
It was not clear, and that exactly those were the facts that were pleaded, and that finally that it was sent to WhatsApp. The fact that you send me a WhatsApp message doesn't mean that I would have read it. You understand? Yeah. So, in my respectful view, a more rigorous examination of the facts and the conducts complained of ought to have been done in order to come to the conclusive conclusion that indeed on this matter, the journalist intended and in fact disrespected the court. Now, the last part of this presentation I want to make is the imposition, even if we assume for some reason that the court got it right on all of these matters, and that the journalists openly, brazenly disrespected the court, with the greatest respect. Imposition of a prison sentence is not what ought to have been done. Because you have a range of options as a judge.
Fine.
You can impose a fine. You can actually warn the guy and say, hey, next time if you go and do this again, you and I will have, serious matters to deal with. In some other jurisdictions, we call it suspended sentence. So that, yes, you are convicted, but they say, okay, if you repeat this again, then we will deal with the other one and all of that. To move from all of these options that were available and escalate your choice to imposition of a prison sentence merely because the applicant asked for it, in my respectful view, undermines press freedom. And you know why it is dangerous? In 2001, as I said earlier this morning, Ghana took a bold decision to repeal the criminal libel law because it was doing so much damage to constitutional protections offered to journalists. The lives of Kuku Baku Jr., Haruna Attah, Kwesi Pratt, all of these doyens of the media profession were at one point confined to jailhouses, cell houses, because they had written stories about powerful people in this country. Now, that is not what we want, because if powerful people will always have their way, none of us will be sitting here and doing the job that we are doing.
Correct.
You understand? So we repealed it. But what has happened is an attempt to sort of get around that repeal and use the courts as a way of bringing some of these things back. I don't think that if someone has written something that undermines anybody's reputation or the reputation of an institution, that person should be confined to jail. I think that is wrong fundamentally, but that is not to say that we should disrespect the courts. Once an order is given, that must be respected while you take steps to ensure that the order is either appealed or vacated and all of that. That having been said, I am aware that some processes are being engaged to get the courts to have a second opinion on this particular matter. Right. I hope and pray that the courts will speed up the process of doing something about this, because in the international circles yesterday I received so many calls from people who care about press freedom and Ghana's reputation internationally, and with the greatest respect, this is going to do so much damage to the progress we have made since the Mahama administration took office.
Well, a lot has been said. Samuel Attah-Mensah is with us as well.
Came back yesterday to hear the news. Came back last night to hear the news. You went, but ironically, you went for a media.
I was actually airborne when I got the news.
You went for a media. What conference did you go for?
The Global Media Conference.
Did you people discuss these things there?
Oh yes. Yes.
And you came to Ghana to.
Yes. I mean, it's actually the core essence of the Global Media Conference hosted by the DW.
In Bonn.
Yes, in Bonn. And if you read about the person who was awarded, he's been in incarceration, somebody who's 78 years. He's been jailed for writing stories.
From what country, sir?
Hong Kong.
Wow.
So this was what you guys were dealing with?
I'm telling you. So, I mean, it's actually dents the narrative of our media, the media journey, let me put it that way. I don't know half of what Sky knows when it comes to this law thing, but you see a picture of the mighty will control the pen. You understand?
Yeah.
So yes, he wants him jailed, so he's being jailed based on what the court considers the evidence available, and so he's been jailed. So I asked the question, so that makes the person an untouchable, because don't use any of the alphabets about this person from A to Z. Don't
even
use
if you are describing
one.
him.
Yes. So the day he wins an award and you publish that he's won an award,
you'll be in trouble.
You'll be in trouble.
To the extent that it's considered defamatory.
By who?
That's my point.
But how do you trigger that element?
What determines that?
That defamatory, yes, but the precondition of intention to defame.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's like, look, we are powerful, we know what we want, and you go and sit in jail. And from the history of these things, they actually end up making journalists powerful. That's what happens. The person comes up and he takes a brazen approach and he goes after. So you keep jailing him 1 week. That's what's going to happen. Because I have said you are wearing a black shirt, and you say, no, I don't want you to say I'm wearing a black shirt, so stop. Court says stop. Now court says no. Don't even say anything about
the
me.
person at all.
So if the next time you say I'm wearing a shoe, then you go to jail. Jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's some way. As Sky said, the press freedom discussion has to be had, and if you consider all things, repeal of criminal libel law and the usage of other laws to try and control journalists, whether through the so-called publication of false information intended to cause fear and panic, they are all ways of keeping the public uninformed. As I always say, sunlight is the greatest disinfectant. Yes, we have to protect people's reputations. We have to be responsible in what we do, and we try to do that in our work. But there are also remedies, civil libel, even rejoinders and corrections, which have been done copiously, graphic. We've all done it because it is not. It's a profession that is seeking perfection. It's not a perfect profession. So you will make mistakes. And once there are mitigation measures in a democracy, that's how you grow it. But committing a person to prison for doing a story which he considers in the public interest, for me, sounds very heavy-handed. And luckily, as Kai said, there are other courts available for different types of review. So which is what makes the legal system beautiful. So a court can commit you, but another court can think about it from a different angle, which is why we are grateful for various courts. You know, in the wisdom of whoever came up with the system. It's not, imagine if it was just one court. Imagine just one court. So we have a multiplicity of courts and they are even different. So we are grateful for that. And so hopefully the team of the journalists, I think the GJA should also come and support.
Yes, they've been speaking, they release a statement.
Should come up with an argument for the court to consider different. And I'm very sure that they will think through it differently because there are other angles to this. The country's democratic journey cannot be complete without the work of journalists. Nobody should think that the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature on their own created a democracy. It was journalists who worked tirelessly to create the freedom for people to be in parliament and for even courts to hold. When military people took over this country and gagged everybody, it was journalists who were at the peril of their lives working to put light out, for which we all have a work to do. So we shouldn't be seen as a nuisance to the democracy. That's what I see some people consider us to be. We are not a nuisance. If it wasn't for the work of journalists, there will be no democracy. There will be no judge. Because the soldiers said, Obi and Kodem. So,
and they were actually killing them.
People shouldn't,
and we should take those.
People shouldn't consider the work of journalism as an appendage or a nuisance. It is the oxygen of the democracy. Right? Because if parliament has been proscribed by a military coup, where would the MPs go and meet to discuss anything? They are in their houses. The only thing you can do is to come on air. Kakra will write a story. It was the journalists who created the pressure for the administration to say, you know what, let's go back to voting. You don't reward us like this. That's not how you reward a professor. So luckily, all the angles have been covered. And the justice system itself has been engaged. So we'll report on what happens as and when things.
Hopefully, the remedies.
I just want to mention something quickly. That I think it's also about time that either we get a practice direction or enact into law a requirement that your first port of call when someone writes defamatory or the journalist writes defamatory material or something you consider defamatory should not be the courts, and that the courts should not even hear these matters until so we have in the constitutional architecture a provision that says the National Media Commission, NMC. They have a committee within that institution that hears these matters. Of course, there are issues about the kinds of powers that they have. I think in the review of the Constitution and then also subsequent legislations we may pass, we may sort of broaden their ambit and give them better tools to be able to work with, as we see in the UK, so that their orders would actually come with some bite. You know, beyond the perfunctory ones we currently see. But what I'm asking for is that without going through that institution, you should not be able to file an application in the
courts are inundated with a lot of cases.
Exactly. And because powerful people always want to hide what they are doing, to the extent that there are issues about them, they will always get some lawyers who believe in their cause and related matters, rightly or wrongly, to go to court and try to vindicate these rights. And it is important that we use legislation to intervene. And then this lap things that we are doing, we should deal with them. And then we should also properly define the scope of contempt and what options are available to a judge and bring it down, because in this particular matter, the excesses sometimes can become problematic.
Somebody has sent me a message. He said they contacted me yesterday, but I didn't reply. But they have a job offer for me. And that I'll earn between 1,000 and 1,600.
The text message thing.
Yeah, they said
I get that all the time.
No, but they said they will give me the wage of 1,000 to 1,600. So if you don't increase my salary, I will take the wage.
No, please take it.
And then, please contact us when they give me the link.
Maybe they send me something.
Oh, Charlie.
But how did they say?
How did they get contacts?
You see, so first of all, there are data breach issues there.
Yes.
Raise my salary.
You see, first of all, our laws don't allow you to just be sending bulk messages.
Oh,
like
no.
that.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Then the telco should
Data
stop it.
protection.
So where they do that, in fact, you are at liberty to take them on. And in fact, politicians
But
are
it's
also
1,000
sending.
cities a day.
Yeah.
So data
I'm
breach.
calculating my salary now. 1,000 cities a day.
A day.
1,000 cities a day. So multiply that by. I don't work 7 days, so let's assume I didn't work 26 days.
All right. Why has your voice gone down?
Hey!
Never calculate with you.
And so
One or two calamses can take over.
in fact, they've sent a reminder to Abeku. They said, we contacted you yesterday.
I said to him too.
He said, but you didn't reply.
Yeah, so it's the bulk thing they don't
You have a job offer with a wage of 1,000 to 1,006 waiting for you.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
you see,
I'm struggling to find. I block them, so I block and spam them. I spam them. So
and so the NCA people, the Ministry of Communications, these are things that they should actually deal with robustly. Because question is, how are they getting your number? You understand? Of course, some of us have our numbers widely circulated for, people for, whatever. But the fact is that this seems structured. Someone had access to all of these numbers,
just
harvested them,
spamming us,
and then is spamming us. And these are things that the laws of our country.
some of the numbers, wouldn't necessarily be under the purview of the NCA, because you see, when we go online, people have this habit. Anything that pops up and they say that, fill this thing so you win this, then you put your numbers there.
Right.
You see something that says, if you feel this thing, it will teach you how to do exercise in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't even know who, you don't even know where they are taking the information.
Yeah.
Then you go and put the information there. This is how these are details get to other people.
So let's be careful.
Yeah, but I don't do that. So I
How
wonder
do they
why.
get to
No, I'm just saying, generally speaking,
Yeah.
at times we are drawn into this by the kind of things we consume.
We click and engage, right?
All right.
Okay. And I think that when it comes to the fraudulent aspect, the banks are doing well notifying the public about some of the fraudulent activities.
I feel like more people get that message.
Yeah. So a lot of people are sending messages.
So I spam them, so they
it doesn't come anymore.
It's
a whole farm. They have a whole farm to do this.
It's a roll hunt.
Yes, and people actually fall for it. When you fall for it, you never know. If you click on that link, you don't know what it's taking away or where it is leading you into.
Yeah, true.
It might get access to some information. It's just bad.
All right, let me do some quick announcements before we talk about World Cup. World Cup tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Petra sees your whole journey, not just your retirement. From building wealth to settling down, we have solutions for every turn. Investments to build your future, insurance to protect what matters, easy homes to unlock your doors early. We don't just manage money, we understand your story. Join the Petra family today and let's do life together. Go to petraonline.com. Petra, achieve more. Your child deserves more than just a school. At Penfield School of Yarifa, we've been building confident, capable learners for 16 years. We are a co-education and boarding school running from creche through to senior high. We have a unique hybrid curriculum combining GES and Cambridge. Admissions for 26-27 academic year are open, slots are limited. So give your child a strong foundation in Ghana and a smooth transition to the world. Call or WhatsApp 027-233-5359. Penfield School, more than a school, a launch pad.
And while you're at it, if you're looking for best of flavor in every sip, you will discover the refreshing taste of Piva Cola. We have Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy as well. So grab yours today. It's available at a local store near you. 0550-032-231. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love. And if you're ready to level up your future, and I hope you are, make Academic City University your first choice. At Academic City, students don't just learn, they build, innovate, and lead. Our graduates work with global companies like Apple, Goldman Sachs, Ernst & Young, etc., while others are building startups and driving innovation across Africa. Academic Citi offers innovative undergraduate and postgraduate programs in engineering, business administration, communication, AI, data science, and cybersecurity. We are also the first university in sub-Saharan Africa to offer undergraduate programs in nuclear engineering and unmanned aerial systems engineering. Professional development courses are also available. 053-101-2236. Visit act.edu.gh. Academic Citi University, educating future-ready leaders.
For years, we've trusted the Sunny Gold brown sugar for its consistent quality and best packaging. Now take control of your sugar intake in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. We've introduced Sunny Gold brown sugar sticks in 10 grams and 5 grams per sachet. This is perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, offices, or on the go, or even large gatherings. Sunny Gold brown sugar comes in cubes, bottles, and sachets, and it's good for your cooking and bulk needs. Sunny Gold, a tradition of consistent quality.
So why is it that...
No, their honey is nice.
The everything is nice. They have Sunny Gold bitter cocoa.
Hey.
I don't know why people like bitter cocoa.
Wow.
Well,
what does it do that sweet cocoa can do?
You know, when you are walking in town and you see a respected man walking about looking aimless, you don't think he's aimless. Because the thing that made him look like that, maybe if it happens to you,
you'll be
you dead. the bitter cocoa, they do a lot of things. I'm telling you.
Okay.
But
is it healthier?
Oh yes, of course.
So they sort of extract some of the unnecessary things from it so that you take the more nutritious.
The bitter cocoa is good. It's good on many grounds. We can talk about it, but I'm particularly excited about the whole Sunny Gold reintroduction into the market. They've been around for a while, but it's like now they've taken center stage.
They revived the brand.
You know, when we were young, there used to be a strong Ghanaian brand of coffee called St. Louis Coffee.
St. Louis Coffee.
Yes, St. Louis Coffee. They used to produce it just here, Aveno.
This
behind Kakra
is the coffee that you brew before you take.
No, I think instant coffee.
Okay.
Instant coffee, and I think they had sugar as well, and it was all over. I mean, if you
St. Louis,
yes,
St. Louis, yes,
you know, and it went, you know, so
what? There was this sugar that was in boxes. Oh, that's different.
The blue one,
yeah.
That
one was it?
The
sugar cubes.
Yeah, the cubes. Yeah,
was it made in Ghana?
Yeah, we had made in Ghana.
It's blue. Ghana. So when you're going to secondary school, they'll give you
the lion one.
Yeah, they're different brands. Yeah, but I don't know why they chose blue. But
it was.
We used
to. But when you put in Gary Soki, sometimes it doesn't break fast. You have to use the spoon to squash it.
Yeah. So Sunny Gold is doing something good that
no, they are trying.
No, people are asking for the cocoa. No?
Yeah, the bitter cocoa.
No, they have Sunny Gold. It's a Sunny Gold brand
so
of bitter
once
cocoa.
You go to any of the shops,
Sunny Gold, you give them. They have the number.
I tried to get used to bitter cocoa taste. Charlie, I don't know if it.
No, you don't. No. You see, with bitter cocoa, you don't have to get used to the taste.
I should get used to that.
No, focus on your problems. When you focus on your problems, it will be easy for you to drink.
And they drink it. I said this thing, Charlie. It'll be too bitter.
That's why it's called bitter.
You want to lace it with something nice.
No. That defeats the purpose.
So you don't add milk.
No.
So you drink it before you sleep or when you wake up?
When I drink it when I wake up.
And what does it do? Stimulates the system.
Oh, plenty things. That's what I'm saying. I will talk about that. You know, there's a trade secret here.
It does plenty.
I'm for that one.
But you know, I'll tell you something. There's a certain movement towards information. There's a guy on TikTok who has I don't know his name. I don't want to mention Charlie.
Solid.
He takes I think he's doing well.
Yeah, I was asking, is it for
especially health information?
He breaks down things in a way that so it is so calm.
I've seen on platforms.
Is he quite educated?
I don't know, but whatever I've heard him say makes sense. But I don't know the
they say he did biochem.
then he's putting himself into good use.
Yeah.
Because this time you meet people and they are giving you the breakdown of some of the things you should eat.
But I think he reads, he actually researches, and then also uses the local language, and then
they ask him to do a series on bitter cocoa.
Bitter cocoa and what it does for the
but the Sunny Gold thing, we should push it. Brother, we should push it.
But they should push the cocoa must be sweet small.
Well,
life is already hard.
You see, Bernard, you see, there are markets, and there are opportunities. You may not survive in the sweet cocoa or chocolate drink area if you are a latter day entrant, because you have the likes of Milo, you have the Cadbury stuff. And then the Peace FM one, what's the name?
This way, and all these people there. So if somebody goes into bitter cocoa, but Dr. Abel was talking about sugar, and that he thinks that we need to, as a society, limit our sugar intake generally. And generally, he felt that sometimes. So I think I agree with your bitter cocoa point that you don't want the sugar, so you take bitter cocoa, and it will help you.
I'm taking no because I'm happy to take it.
No, this is
but as much as possible, if you can, avoid sugar.
I was actually being told that after a certain age, even like food, eating in the evening is a challenge. Last 3 days they gave us food here. So I ate the food, and when I go home, I wasn't feeling hungry. So the whole week I'm like, how come when I eat around 3 o'clock? So basically, your system has gotten to a point where you can only eat twice. And when you even eat,
are you growing again?
Yeah, if you get into the evening, you don't have to eat any.
See, the food you need, we eat as kids in order the energy to grow and develop our full potential.
But now that you've grown, what do you eat?
But when you get to so to sustain yourself,
energy,
you understand?
Sorry, I think we eat to solve problems. Depending on what problem you have, that determines the size of your bounty, Charlie. You go and follow Sky, who be trashy, No,
but Sky has a point. He has a
point. By him,
and then
Friday. You be putting watching up, Sky. You have to bring Dr. Daniels here.
Yesterday HR was telling me that if you don't feel like eating in the evening, or you don't want to eat heavy food, you can eat oats. You can do a little oats, and instead of putting sugar inside, put banana inside.
Banana. Of course, banana.
No, wait, this is HR. So
what complication is that?
So yesterday, so when I got home, I wasn't feeling hungry, but the night before, because I didn't eat, when I woke up, I was a bit hungry. So I said, let me do this HR approach. So they did oats, and I wanted the oats. Your oats, I didn't get yours, so I got some other oats, and I cut like banana into the thing. I sleep well.
So you solved your problem.
So I didn't ask sugar. I said the banana, it will give taste.
The banana is
so I cut some banana in. Charlie, oats with banana.
In fact, you add milk.
Sky, me when I eat banana for 1 week, I'll put on weight.
Oh, okay. Yes, because
So I'm just saying that you have just solved your problem.
Let me say I don't have that problem. No. So HR gave me the formula.
Oats and banana.
Charlie, oats and banana.
I also got
but I don't eat it. It wasn't 10 o'clock. It's around 6:30.
Oh
my God.
It's good practice to actually keep food diary. And I went for what do you call it? Consultation somewhere about how much to eat and all of that. The consultant pulled up his fist like that and said, you to do this.
Banku.
So looked at it and said, the size of your stomach is about the size of your fist.
Oh, serious?
Yes. Where the food actually goes.
It's the way Samuel is looking at Sky for
No, but you see,
I'm interested in the conclusion.
So you see, imagine if looking
at my stomach,
ideally the size of
the whole stomach.
Baba is elastic.
That is where we
stretch it. Expand.
That is where we stretch it. So we overeat.
No, you're worried.
I'm telling you.
Forgive me. But I'm telling you what. No.
It's the size of your face.
So you see, even in that case, you should leave space for other matters because again, you have to drink water, you need to take fruits and all of that. But unfortunately, what we do is that we go for the jugular. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, and over time, I have come to moderate what I eat, how I eat.
They don't eat crab these days.
Some.
He eats specialized diet.
We eat to prove a point. So
You have to shame the devil.
Yeah. So the new formula is oats with banana.
Hey,
She says, so when you are doing it, do it with banana. And then she was also talking about, let me add one. I said she add, she was talking about other things you can take. So watermelon or this one. I'll give me the name. Watermelon. She said you blend it. Beetroot, yeah. It says beetroot, watermelon.
Yeah, even beetroot.
Garlic or something. She mentioned some things that you
even beetroot, blend. You should also be careful, first of all, where you're buying it from and how much quantity you're taking, because it is a leguminous. Is that the word? Like it's a root plant. It can soak all kinds of chemicals depending on where it's planted.
So it can absorb things that it shouldn't absorb.
And you are putting it into your food. Sometimes you don't wash it properly. So beetroot, particularly, and those other plants.
We're discussing this issue about blood pressure.
Yeah.
And how sometimes people take medication. And then she was like, there are foods God has provided that you can take, which can help you. Yeah. So I think she mentioned watermelon, beetroot, I think it was garlic or ginger. Some of these foods that can thin your blood without you necessarily having to take medicine.
Cloves.
Yes, she mentioned her. Yeah. That was when the whole issue of Charlie, I don't feel like eating every evening. And so do oats with banana.
And it's also important that
everything Charlie fed will come strong. Banana.
So even when you are taking these things to thin your blood, also be careful that too much thin blood is also a problem. If the blood is too thin,
too much everything is bad.
Yeah, it can also create problem. If it's too thick too, is a problem. So that's why they advise that you should know how to do it in moderation or get practitioner advice.
For the cloves, Charlie, if you take out too much. Cloves?
Cloves. It's on.
What's the normal name for cloves?
Cloves.
It's cloves. Wintia. Is it Wintia?
I think.
Or is that a chook?
Cloth. I don't think
is that the black?
Yeah.
We call it a chook. We add it to porridge.
Yeah. And it makes it nice.
It is pure rough.
But you be careful. Cloves, you can't chew it plenty. You go bleed it. So I mean, of course, this I don't have
somebody
to say.
Somebody said I should now try. Papa.
It's a medical.
Somebody said I should now try oats with red grapes.
Because when I'm going on a flight, I will take cloves, at least 1 or 2 pieces.
What like that?
Blood thinning. Yeah. But I mean, it's not certified medical information.
When on the plane, that's
what I said.
I see that. We'll take a very quick break. When we return, Joe Metal joins us in the studio. We have a quick conversation.
Joe Metal is coming.
Yeah, Joe Metal is around. We're gonna have a quick conversation.
Stay with
us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, we're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or call 0242 435037. Petra. Achieve more.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, Diamond Cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond Cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no Diamond Cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Your health is your most valuable asset and it deserves expert attention. At the International Maritime Hospital, we believe health care should be personal, precise, and delivered with excellence. That's why we provide specialist-led care combining experienced doctors, advanced diagnostics, and a client-centered approach. From preventive care to specialist consultations and advanced treatment, every step is handled with precision and care. Our serene environment, modern facilities, and dedicated medical team ensure you receive the quality care you deserve every time. So whether it's for you or your family, choose care you can trust. Visit the International Maritime Hospital at Community 3, Tema, or call 0303-220-030 or 055-222290. International Maritime Hospital. We serve and we care.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapade doesn't come with disputes. At Deftraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master plan gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Deftraco Woodlands, the Ejapade they'll be proud of. Visit woodlands.deftracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0208-732-302.
Kofi, I think we need to call them.
Deftraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone. You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
We're reaching all the drink. Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. rise above the noise.
Signs and wonders all around me. I'll be swimming in abundance. I decree and I declare it's over my life. Say, everybody say,
this year will be full of testimonies. Signs and wonders all around me. I'll be swimming in abundance. I decree and I declare it's over my life.
Say, I woke up with the fire in my spirit. Every promise that you spoke, I'm gonna live it. Doors open when I step into the hallway. People waiting for me like you knew my way. Everybody that I cross will turn.
Oh yeah, this year, signs and wonders. We are not chasing them, they are following us. You bow that in.
Yes.
That'll be the whole story. Joseph Oscar Metal, man. Joe Metal, it's always good to see you, man.
Always a pleasure.
You're so welcome. And you're here with Echo Daniel.
Yeah,
yes, head of sales and marketing, Oxy Industries.
That's right.
No, it looks like we have entered some sunny golden testimony this year already.
100%.
Is that what is happening?
It is. In fact, we decreed
and declared. That'll be the whole story. Earlier, we were talking about sunny gold, your new packages, your sugar, your honey. Me, I like the honey, the one in the
blister.
My friend, the blister.
And
I used to just to cut it.
Just peel. It's written right there. Just peel.
So I'm supposed to peel.
Peel.
When I cut it, it makes some sound that I like.
It makes a kick.
You know, it makes some kick. Then you push it into the. Charlie, welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you.
So, Joe Metal, Sunny Gold. This is a testimony. Tell us about the. You know,
indeed, it is a testimony. First of all, let me say that it's such a pleasure to be right here on the morning show. You guys have always supported us, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Nice one.
So the genesis, you know, in April, we came to say that, you know, we had signed on a new brand ambassador, first time ever.
True.
And we settled on Joe Metal for various reasons, you know, for the fact that he's always been consistent.
Sure.
Has always come across with quality suited music.
Absolutely.
And also the fact that, you know, he has remained, you know, positive and has loyal, you know, listeners. That is who we are. We share similar attributes, you know. Sunny Gold and Oxy Industries we say it is Sunny Gold is a tradition of consistent quality.
That's right.
And that's because for almost 20 years now, we have maintained the same consistency with every single product. We have actually grown by innovating in the kind of packaging that we do to ensure that Ghanaians are safe.
Right.
They're taking proper products,
right,
that they can always rely on us when it comes to, you know, convenience, when it comes to safety, when it comes to, you know, on the go,
right,
basically. And so, yes, we signed with Joe Metal as our brand ambassador. And in May, I came to also tell Na that in June,
I remember,
we will be doing something great with Joe Metal.
I remember that conversation.
What we're doing is not new,
yeah,
because Joe Metal has been doing this for the past 14 years. And so as our brand ambassador, we had to partner with him to make Praise Reloaded even bigger.
That's right.
And take advantage of the opportunity that it brings. Yeah.
So, Joe, you also see the same partnership in Sunny Gold, correct?
Yes. I mean, for me, there was a time when I thought about the fact that maybe ambassadorial stuff wasn't for me.
Because I know you're very careful about, but I've seen you do a few things, real estate and
real estate,
also.
because I think I try as much as possible to be as realistic as possible in terms of you sleep in a house, so there's nothing
exactly,
you know, and then you eat food.
You do.
Then in addition to that, I also love to support Christian brands, you know, where, you know, the head is a man of God. They believe in the values of Christ.
Wonderful.
But most importantly, they give us food to eat.
It's very important.
So I felt that it's a good brand to associate with,
right,
looking at their values, looking at the kind of reach they are trying to, looking at the kind of impacts that they are making. It would be great to come on the journey with them. And
amazing.
So that's
so
how
I see a powerful synergy here where two brands are feeding off each other.
Yes.
You're putting a huge audience together, leading leading them into praise and worship.
Exactly.
And while we are doing that too, we are providing, quality food products for the household.
Exactly. Quality, well packaged.
So it gets bigger, does it not?
Definitely.
The Praise Reloaded gets bigger, and the audience for you also gets bigger. So let's talk a bit about Praise Reloaded.
Yes.
This will be
like
the
you
first.
said, it will be the 14th.
14th
edition.
Man.
It will be the second at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Super.
Last year we had it at the Elwak Sports Stadium, and this year we get to move
the
it back.
Papacy was there.
It's not
Oh
easy.
my God, it was large.
So this time we're having it coming Sunday. This Sunday at the Accra Sports. Ochinechi. And then
after
Friday.
Black Stars beats Croatia.
Listen.
Near was stadium.
And only a day celebration.
Official Thanksgiving.
So that's what's happening. And usually service starts at 3.
Nice.
But by 1 p.m. gates are open, and it's because it's a free event. We try as much as possible to get the people to settle down and then get everything running. So at 3 p.m. sharp on Sunday is happening live at the Accra Sports Stadium. I'm actually not the only one ministering. We have Sumi Solagbebi coming all the way from Nigeria. We have Prosper Chimana coming out of my belly. In fact, this year our theme is
Rivers of Living Water. That's the theme for this year, isn't it?
That's the theme for this year.
Sweet.
And then we have the Daughters of Glorious Jesus.
My goodness.
Eugene Zuta is ministering. The Bethel Revival Choir is repping live. So there's a blend and shade of different sounds of praise and worship going to be happening live at the Accra Sports Stadium. I get the opportunity to also sing small.
You see that?
So if they give me time, I'll sing.
These days, when you talk, people like it because it comes with something that makes us laugh.
It's this year.
No, you are multi-talented.
By God's grace.
It's a testimony. And Sunny Gold, you are also giving us a variety of products, just as we will be experiencing a variety of minstrels.
Right.
And Sunny Gold is also going to have like a stand there for people to, do product testing, getting, familiar with most of the products that Sunny Gold have. I mean, you did speak about the honey bliss. There's a coded as well, but there's the Tom Brown, there's the cocoa powder, there's the shit-up package, there's the Gary mixes, which apart from the honey and everything is one of my favorite products.
No, I know that aside, your stand-up talent and your music, you are also
by marketing side.
No, you are big on food.
Listen,
Joe, you are big on food.
How would we survive? But I'm big on fasting.
So a lot of options, all available.
Yes,
happening.
Indeed, we will have as many of our products out there so that we can, have direct engagement with the customers that patronize from us, and also, update ourselves with the loyal customers we've always had. Get them to also give us direct feedback, so that we can even grow and become better.
Right.
So this will be an opportunity for people to come, all our products you've never tasted before, come and try it, and then worship. I
like it.
Everything is authentic.
I like it. And Joe, we are selling an experience. So when we come from parking to sitting, how is that going to be like?
So usually there'll be different sites of parking. Once you're coming in, there are securities all around the stadium that will help you direct cars. In addition to that, we'll be watching the cars when they are parked. Once you get in, there's the entrance. You get to the registration point. Right after that, you go inside, you meet an usher or something that would direct you as to where you can be able to comfortably sit. And then the rest is the service just commences.
I like that. I like that you keep to time also.
Always.
I like the convenience your events serve the people.
Yes.
And I always look
I think every time, sometimes we'll close, we say we are done. They say, CCA.
No,
it's like, we are done. We are like,
when it's getting nice,
because I think last year when it was about 8:39ish, we said we are done. They said, but I said, you've been enjoying. You don't realize that we started at 3. We've been here since 3. So 3 to 9. That's like a long time. But you still, based on the fact that you are enjoying, you don't realize that time is running. So one of the things too that I want to encourage the people is, if you can, please register. One of the things with the registration is just to feed you information. Like some of the questions you're asking, we are able to send the blast text messages to let you know what to do when you get there.
Where can we or how
you go to jometelmusic.com. jometelmusic.com. You see register there. There's a register button. Volunteering at this point is done. But then giving is still there. You can partner with us. You can give to still support this wedding because it's free. Registration is free. No one is charging you anything.
Charlie, by your studio for pass by.
We do it for you.
You try.
Whenever you have the time.
You really try.
And the event is free.
Oh, everything is free.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, I think it's the best way to have such a, you know, a Thanksgiving or praise concert, you know, and so that's why we're partnering too, you know.
I like this. I like this marriage. It is made in heaven.
Hallelujah.
Sunny go. 100. No, kadosh.
Always by my side. You were faithful to the end. Great and mighty God, you've been so good to me. Your love has never changed. You were faithful to the end. I don't deserve your love, but you gave it anyway. Always by my side. You were faithful to the end. Lord, you are faithful, faithful to your word, faithful to your promise. I trust in you alone. Lord, you are faithful, faithful to your word. You are faithful to your promise. I trust in you alone. Faithful to every promise you made.
Man, it's always a blessing spending time with Joe Mettle. This is his latest song. Go check it out. It's called Faithful. Oh, let's say it's my birthday gift, nah? It was released this dawn. Oh yeah, so enjoy it. Thank you so much. It's happening on Sunday. Praise Reloaded. Sunny Go, Joe Mettle Ministries. Come around, let's lift the name of the Lord high. And yeah, Black Stars will win tomorrow, and it will be a massive celebration. But we all know that silence. When your rent is due and you can't pick up the call, the shop is empty, you are pretending it's fine, the salary is finished 2 weeks ago, and there's still already another week to go. When the goods are stuck at the port and the clearing agent keeps calling when your business idea is ready but cash isn't, that's silence as the name. It's money. Bills breaks the silence. Whether you need working capital, a salary loan, emergency cash, or a startup funding, your Ghana card is all you need. Call us today, 0596 920 833. Break the silence. Bills got you. Why is it that healthcare always feels like a battle? 1 minute you're fine, the next you're facing rising cost and diagnosis you weren't ready for. Eden Care is the reset button. Eden Care is Acacia Health's dedicated insurance for individuals and families. What I love about it is combines everyday easy accessibility with the absolute trust and experience of a proven health insurer. We are the health partner that actually answers when you call. Reach out via edencare.acacia@myenterprisegroup.io and choose Eden Care today. Eden Care brought to you by Acacia Health. So you just heard me speak to the head of sales and marketing, Oxy Industries, Echo Daniel, and Joe Mettle, ahead of the Praise Reloaded Sunday, 3 p.m. Do well to be there. My name is Caleb. Thank you so much for doing the listening. Now your quarter will be on with a dynamic Friday. Samuel Attah-Mensah is here. Richard the Last Guy, Francisca, Kakra, Forson, Bernardino Avle, Fred Tete Jabano, Samuel Akon, Abeku Odum, the richest man. These are the engines on which the show runs. Grateful always for your support. Have a blessed day.